This is your home for the Chieftains. Tonganoxie Sports Live. Tonganoxie Sports Live is presented by Kansas Insurance, locally owned and operated. Kansas Insurance agents have years of industry experience. Learn more at kansasins.com.
Bringing it up the floor on that left side, driving a kick out, trying to go back to back. Buckets for Emerson Maslach. They collided with each other. Thankfully, nobody hurt. Talon from way downtown. He hit that one from Wyandotte. Shawnick back the other way, weaving her way through, surveying up the court. Finds Schooler, takes it in stride and finishes with the left hand. Back-to-back possessions of the Chieftains able to get the stop. Now can they capitalize on them? McGuire for three, hits good on the step back. Knifes into the lane. Oh, look at the English. Rowe, Steinfeld back to Carlton, gets around Marsh, count the bucket.
This is Tonganoxie Chieftain Basketball on Tonganoxie Sports Live.
Welcome back inside Chieftain Arena as we tip off our coverage at the 68th Annual Tonganoxie Invitational Basketball Tournament. As always, is presented by Kansas Insurance. They believe in taking time to issue personal care and attention to each individual client. See how they can help you protect what matters most by calling 913-369-6600 as we cruise along into our SNS Body pregame show. Dylan Funk, Dennis Drennan here as always, and we're going to have the action for you guys. 2 games tonight, and then tomorrow we're going to find out. This is a tournament usually Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Mother Nature have another plan, so all Saturday games being moved up to tomorrow. We're going to be here pretty much from, could be as early as 9 a.m. in the morning and here to walking out of the gym, Denny. It could be a 12, 13-hour day when it's all said and done tomorrow. It just depends on how things go.
Yeah, we should have a lot of good basketball to watch, though, partner.
No doubt about it. Let's take a look at the brackets. We got the girls' match coming up here first against Leavenworth. Both Toggy teams taking on Leavenworth. What a draw for them, taking on the same team. Boys and girls been back-to-back here inside Chieftain Arena. You had Eudora and Blue Valley West to get the day started. Eudora, big winners in that one. The top seed will advance, and they will take on the St. James Academy Thunder, who you and I saw here. Man. They beat Piper over 25 points. They beat the Lady Pirates, and that's saying something.
They beat them by 40.
They beat them by 40?
Yeah.
Oh, God. So it was a little more. When I was setting up, the game kind of got away from there. But nonetheless, Thunder and Cardinals in the second round game tomorrow. That'll be here in the early afternoon.
That ought to
inside
be a
Chieftain Arena.
Too.
That's going to be a lot of fun. Pirates and Jaguars on the other side of the bracket. With the cancellation with the weather, that was supposed to be Liberal, the number 2 team, the Liberal Redskins, but they cannot make it. So Olathe East moving on via the bye, the 7th seed, and they will take on the winner of our game coming up here in a matter of moments. These Lady Chieftains and the Leavenworth Pioneers. So you're thinking for Tongi, got take care of business here today. In this game right now, you got a pretty favorable matchup, you might say, against Olathe East in the next round. You could be well on your way, potentially. Still got 2 games to play, but you could be on your way to the championship game for the first time, and it's been quite a long time in the now 68th year of doing this tournament.
Yeah, for sure.
So a lot on the table for Coach Eckert and company. We'll take a quick peek here at the boys bracket, but then we're going to get breaking down our matchup. We had Atchison and Wichita North, Phoenix, big winners in that one. Leavenworth and Tonganoxie, that's going to be the nightcap, the 4-5 matchup. Be tipping off at approximately 7:30. Surprisingly, we've been running on schedule
right on
for
time
today, so hopefully that 7:30 tip is going to stay the same. Metro Academy and Legacy Prep. Legacy Prep, a late addition, filling in for the Liberal boys basketball team. Metro Academy and Legacy Prep, they will go at 7:30, and Eudora and Schlegel, I believe the Cardinals just are wrapping up or putting the final touches on a win in that over in the auxiliary gym. But let's talk about this matchup here, Denny. Lady Chieftains now number 10 ranked in 4A, 2 spots out of a home hosting a home sub-state game. Still plenty of time to go. 7-4 overall, 4-3 in Frontier League play, 3-2 here on the home floor. And we last saw them on Friday. They were here at home against Spring Hill. They lost 40-30, and it was the lowest point total that the Chieftains have been able to muster up on offense all season long, and it was their second home loss by 10 or more points in Frontier League play.
Yeah, I tell you, they've really kind of struggled with the league opponents, but hopefully they get that behind them and can get on a solid roll.
And they are 1-2 last year in this invitational tournament. They end up taking 6. They lost in the 5th place game to Liberal. This is their first game this year against Leavenworth. It's the first time, and I went back all the way to 2005. I did not see any prior matchups. So if the two teams have met, they share a county, but outside of that, they don't really cross paths with one another. If it happened, it's been well over 20-plus years ago. 2-1 versus 5A-plus schools is Tonganoxie this year, split with 5A Spring Hill, and they beat Garden City in that Round Ball Classic tournament in mid-December. That's a 6A Garden City Buffalo squad that the Chieftains beat in overtime, mind you, 54-51.
That's a big win.
That was a big win. Now looking for another one. They take on the 5-5 Leavenworth Pioneers, number 12 currently ranked in the 5A girls standing. They were at home earlier this week, just 2 days ago on Tuesday, where they lost to Shawnee Heights in UKC play 68-41. The T-Birds sweeping the regular season pair of games with these Pioneers. Again, first time playing Tonganoxie. Leavenworth 2-0 this year against 4A schools with wins against Atchison and Lewisburg. There's a little breakdown of what to come here tonight. Tongi, team that's got a lot of veteran presence around them versus a Leavenworth squad that maybe if you're Tongi, you look back 2 or 3 years ago, this is a team very similar to that. A lot of freshmen, a lot of sophomore out there, very young, but very gifted, very talented players out there on the floor. Going to look to make a statement here tonight. It's the third game in the day here in Chieftain Arena. It's the first for us here on Tongi Sports Live. We're going to have it for you coming up next. We got opening tip, starting lineups, all that and more. You're watching Lady Chieftain Basketball on Tongi Sports Live.
At Kansas Insurance, we know one size doesn't fit all. In fact, our whole mindset is based on customized policies for you and your families. We're local, and we do what we do because we care about you. Think of us as brokers for your insurance needs. Working with Kansas Insurance gets you the award-winning service and attention to detail that only an independent agency can provide. All across Kansas, we're here to help you manage and plan for all types of risk. Contact a local agent today. Kansas Insurance. Local, independent, serving you.
A great collision on the field? Awesome. An awesome collision on the road? Not so great. If that bad play does come your way, take your car to SNS Auto and Body Shop in Tonganoxie. SNS has been the area's premier auto collision repair center since 1972, working on all makes and models, glass replacement, bumper repair, fiberglass and plastic, color matching, and so much more. And they work with all insurance companies. Get your ride back in the game and learn more at snsautoandbody.com or call 913-369-3193.
For a winning team, contact White Birch Properties, the real estate MVPs.
Wrapping up our first half coverage here in the SNS Body pregame show. It's time to sit it down for our starting lineups, as always, presented by Crookham Construction, performing a wide variety of concrete construction and special project services throughout the area. They're hardworking people with small town family values. Find more information at crookhamconstruction.com. As I would expect for Coach Eckert's squad, he's had the same starters out there for all 11 games this season. Will that change here tonight? Odds would say no, but we will just wait and see. As for Leavenworth, they are coming in 11 players on the roster, led by head coach Bill Sloan, assistant coaches Zoe Hayward, Casey Sloan, Pat Tooley, and Alyssa Wilson. Coach Eckert, 17-15 overall now, second-year head coach for the Chieftains. His assistants Richie Coops and Creighton Browery.
In addition, please stay seated at the end of this game and meet our new incoming superintendent. Before we announce the starting lineups, we want to recognize our girls basketball non-starters and sub-varsity teams. These girls put in long hours, work hard every day in practice, and play a vital role in strengthening our program. Keep up the great work, ladies. And now let's meet tonight's starting lineups. For Leavenworth, number 1, a 5'7" freshman, Amara Graham. Number 11, a 5'6" freshman, Nala Walker. Number 23, a 5'5" sophomore, Layla Brown. Number 24, a 5'7" freshman, Emerson Allen. And number 34, a 6' freshman, McKenna McIntyre. Head coach for Leavenworth is Mike Coops. And now for your Tonganoxie Chieftains. Number 1, the 5'3" senior, Alyssa Shonick. Number 2, a 5'7" senior, Kalia Alda. Number 12, 5'8" sophomore, Ashlyn Rooney. Number 22, a 5'2" senior, Jayla Herrera. And number 33, a 6'1" junior, Addie Schooler. Head coach for Tonganoxie.
That's good. Same 5 now for the 12th straight game this season for Coach Eckert, Shonick, Baldock, Bruni, Weehee, Herrera, and Schooler. And for the Pioneers, you have Graham, you got Walker, Brown, Allen, and McIntyre. Round out the starting 5 for the Pioneers. You've been watching the S&S Body pregame show as we kick off tournament week, tournament week here on Tonganoxie Sports Live. Things going as planned here tonight. Games getting moved up from Saturday, those kind of third round games, the championship games, all that being pushed up to tomorrow night. It's going to be all day action here tomorrow at the high school from about 9 a.m. again to about 10 p.m. or so. Trying to get all of the games in before the winter weather comes in over the weekend as Schooler wins the opening tip, and we're underway here. Chieftains with the opening possession. Very important, Denny, coming off your lowest point total of the season at home, 30 points in 4 quarters against Spring Hill, and a 10-point loss and a turnover on the opening possession. Exactly the last thing you wanted, but you're able to take it right back. If the Chieftains want to come away victorious in this one, move on to the second round on the winner's side, what are some of the keys? What does the victory look like tonight, Denny?
Well, I think, like you said, partner, we got to get off to a quick start. We got to score in the paint and get our center in there ready to go and have her posting up like she's doing now. She does have some good size on her, does Addie Schooler, but she should be able to hold her own.
Down low underneath with McKenna McIntyre via Addie Schooler, a matchup to watch all night long. Here's a 3 on the kick out. That's wide off the glass. Ashlyn Bruni with the easy rebound, bringing it back the other way.
And to add on to that, partner, obviously you got to cut down on the turnovers, which has kind of been a real pain in the neck for these Lady Chieftains.
Shauna can't make the 3. And a rebound cleared underneath by Graham.
You need to knock down shots.
Also, Shonick was the leading scorer in the game against Spring Hill. Multiple times she's been the leading scorer for the Chieftains. 16 points, 3 rebounds, and an assist. Second was Addie Schooler, 8 points, 8 rebounds. No assist for her. That was a point of emphasis for the Chieftains all game long. They were trying to go down low to the big junior center, and for Spring Hill, they just were double teaming her and saying, no, absolutely not. It's 3 balls like that we're going to get beat by, and Jayla Herrera gets the scoring started in this contest.
Jayla's been hot from three-point line.
Shooting just a little under her usual average, 35% from three-point range coming into tonight. She's gotten close to near 40% at times this season. One of the best shooters on the team, still is by 1 percentage point ahead of 34% of Alyssa Shonick. Here's a pull-up, 2 on the way, and it is good from pretty decent range, but knocks it down nonetheless. Nala Walker. That was a nice looking shot. Long range, can't even call it a mid-range jumper. It was back another half foot, calling that a 3 as Bruni's denied on the drive in. Loose ball, and that'll be Pioneer basketball as it was last off of Bruni. She was trying to fight McKenna McIntyre for it underneath the bucket.
I like the aggressiveness, though, attacking the basket.
Number 13, Maya Hewitt, the sophomore, will check in for Leavenworth. Like I mentioned today, this is a young Pioneer squad in Class 5A, 5-5 overall coming into tonight, 3-5 in United Kansas Conference League. And, looking at it, there's only one junior, no seniors. The rest are freshmen and sophomores. This is a team that definitely is building towards the next few years of Lady Pioneer basketball, as Shawnick's going to go ahead and take that one. Picking the pocket of Hewitt, fresh into the game, and Alyssa Shawnick goes coast to coast.
And have an and one. Yeah, like you said, partner, it really reminds you of this Tonganoxie team a couple years ago.
Shawnick at the line.
And the other key is don't leave as many points on the line. Well, we've struggled with our free throw shooting.
Shawnick shooting 62% on the year. She knocks this one down, and she will complete that three-point play. With the Chieftains up 4, 6-2, early goings of our opening quarter. There's been one really big surprising thing this season. It's been the free throw shooting of the team, and for Alyssa Shawnick in particular. And she's been trying to close the gap and get better on it. She's been on top of her game in about every other statistical category, but 62% from the line. Even she knows that that's not good enough to get it done as Schooler collects her first rebound.
Yeah, good defense there by Schooler. She went straight up, forced a bad shot.
Shawnick sending Baldock to the other side of the court, tried to take the open lane, but it just can't fall in off the glass.
Yeah, she tried to finish that with her right hand.
Here comes Layla Brown up the floor. Hesitation. Brown to the far corner. Three for Walker, and it is good. And Nala Walker has all 5 for the Pioneers.
Well, she's a shooter, so somebody needs to get on her. She gets open.
Took that assist in stride from Layla Brown, the 5'6" sophomore, the star player, young player for the Pioneers, as the Chieftains cough it up for the third time.
Yeah, tried to force that pass into the paint. It just wasn't there.
Hewitt slowed down. Bruni got a piece of that basketball. Contact, no whistles, and Baldock there for her second board. Up the floor come the Chieftains. Bruni denied getting a piece. Schooler trying to get it trailing behind, but it goes out of bounds. Emerson Allen was the one that got a block there for Leavenworth.
Little head fake there might have been good for, to fake the defender out and get the shot up.
You got Hendrickson and Johnson. Those are usually the first two that come off the bench every game for Coach Eckert. No different here in the first round game of this tournament, as another pass inside to Schooler, perhaps a little forced. That's turnover number 4 already for the Chieftains. Stepping into this three, Brown well short. Walker saving it. Back and forth on the baseline. I don't know how it wasn't on the baseline already, but it's Chieftain basketball nonetheless. That last shot just a little short for Layla Brown. Like I mentioned, a conference and all-state selection last year. She exploded onto the scene as a freshman. She averaged 11.6 rebounds, 4 assists in her first year starting at the varsity level, Denny, and averaged 2 steals a game along the way there too.
That's a pretty good stat line.
Named as in the Acacia 5A girls basketball players to watch throughout the entire state, as Shawnick leaves the jumper on the elbow a little short.
See, there's a good look. Just didn't knock it down.
Walker passing it along. She has all 5 right now for the Pioneers. Brown trying to change that. She won't. Schooler there for the board. Up the floor, Johnson stops, denied. Some contact, clean block, they'll say it's saved. Still a live ball. Herrera 3 is no good. And finally corralled by McIntyre, who had it a couple times now. Johnson, 3rd time's the charm. What a sequence, huh?
Nice steal there by Adlin.
Chieftain lead up to 3, coming to the final 2 minutes of the opening quarter as Chloe Hendrickson's going to take this one. 2-on-1, Chloe Hendrickson able to finish. Nice finish for Chloe Hendrickson.
And she had a defender closing fast on her backside there. She was able to get it up and down.
Another takeaway. Turnover number 5 for the Pioneers. 3 straight possessions. Herrera gets it to Shawnick, and she'll go to the line.
Yeah, that was a nice fake right there by Alyssa.
She heard you, did he?
Yep.
That solid head fake gets Emerson Allen to bite on it for the Pioneers. And Shawnick will go to the line for the 2nd time in this ball game. She knocked down an and 1 free throw earlier. She's got 3 of the 10 so far. Looking to add on, build on to this 5-point lead. First free throw in the air, and it will rattle off to the left.
Number 1 Graham in the game for Leavenworth, 14 Weedy in the game for the Chieftains.
So Weehee in for Tongi, and Graham will check in for Leavenworth. That one rattled good.
12 Bruni.
And that'll bring Bruni in, and she will come in for the free throw shooter, Alyssa Schonik. 11-5. Chieftains have led the entirety of this first quarter thus far as we got a minute 45 and counting to go. First of 2 here tonight between the Chieftains and the Pioneers. We'll have the boys game coming up approximately at 7:30 in the boys bracket here at the 68th annual Tonganoxie Invitational Basketball Tournament, as Adeline Johnson will pick up her first in the first trip to the line tonight for the Pioneers, and it'll be the sophomore Maya Hewitt. First one in the air, and good. Blocking out the noise of any little makeshift student section there for the Chieftains, trying their best to rattle the nerves of the shooter, but to no avail that time at least. I bet that won't stop them for trying. No, they actually stay quiet. Maybe they got the message, I don't know.
Well, it's good to have a cheering section for you, though.
It's going to be an odd school day tomorrow. Class is going to be in session, and these games are going to be rolling on in this gym and the auxiliary gym all day long tomorrow. It's going to be quite an environment here tomorrow at Tonganoxie High School. Chieftains around the horn, and that pass telegraph coming back the other way. Allen, how about that? Emerson Allen does it all, takes the steal and finishes at the other end. Both teams 5 turnovers in this first quarter as we're under a minute to go. Johnson getting in the paint, kicks it back out to Herrera near the top. Extra pass to Hendrickson at the left wing. Her 3, just strong. But Weehee trying to track down the board, but it's knocked out of bounds, and they'll say last, I thought it looked like it was off of Weehee, and they initially called it Chieftain basketball, but he quickly corrected and say, no, that is Leavenworth basketball. I think you're right, just pointing in the wrong direction. He was a former, you used to umpire baseball and something. Did you ever call a wrong? It was a strike, a ball, or vice versa? Or you meant to say safe and out? Like, it's got to happen.
It does happen.
You think. And an illegal screen here on Leavenworth, as McKenna McIntyre is going to get tagged with the foul as Bruni was trying to come around her hip and gets tripped up instead. 3rd team foul for Leavenworth, just 2 for the Chieftains. No threat to really get into the bonus unless things really kind of muddy up in this final 30 or so.
Yeah, I can tell you these officials take a lot of grief. And it's really a tough job, and they really do a pretty good job.
6th turnover for the Chieftains. Now back the other way. Hewitt's through 2 defenders, gets her board, trips over Baldock. And unfortunately for Kalia, she's going to get tagged with the foul on that.
Yeah, you hate to see that when you're laying defenseless on the ground. Somebody trips over you, and then you get a personal foul.
I might have made a comment against Spring Hill or one of our past home games. I said, watching a play like that, imagine explaining to somebody who's just watching basketball.
Yeah.
Has to say, that one that, number 2 in white, the one that was on the ground, she committed the foul there. It's like, but she was on the ground. They stepped over her, tripped over her. Still a foul. I don't know what to tell you. Hewitt misses the second.
Chieftains have a chance for the last shot here in the first quarter. Who's going to take it?
In the hands of Schonik near the top. She's got the screen for Baldock. She takes it. Off the glass. Can't fall in. It's knocked out of bounds. And the final horn sounds, and the Chieftains will head to the second with a 2-point lead, 11-9 over the Leavenworth Pioneers. First round action here at the Tongi Invitational Basketball Tournament. Have you heard of Genesis Schools? Teaching students in preschool through 5th grade in Tonganoxie, Genesis offers smaller class sizes, individualized instruction, and a Christian worldview. Their mission is to exalt Christ by teaching and reinforcing biblical truths while producing well-rounded, educated young people who are equipped to serve God and others. For enrollment and tuition information, call 913-845-9498 or online at genesisschools.org.
Hey, you ready to go to my mom's?
Well, I can't go today. I have to mow. It's probably going to take all day.
Well, that's too bad. Don't work too hard.
Dixie Chopper. Speed when you need it.
See the full lineup at hersinc.net. Call 913-247-3530 or just stop on by.
Eight more to play in this first half. On to the second quarter. An 11-9 ball game. The Chieftains with the lead. And I think it's pretty safe to say that first half, the first quarter belongs to the Chieftains, but a good surge there late by the Pioneers makes it a one-possession game.
Yeah, pretty even game so far.
Can walk away with this possession with the lead. But instead, it's on the deck, and it's going to be a turnover. Both teams struggling with turnovers so far, both with 6. As this one is just rifled down the floor and nobody home, and Coach Eckert is irate over there on the bench. And
yeah, she trying to get it into Addie, but she just wasn't open.
Not too often you see Coach Eckert get the crimson mask put on and get that animated over on this bench, but not liking that last pass from his senior point guard. And another illegal screen going to be called here on Leavenworth, and again it's going to be against McKenna McIntyre.
You get her in foul trouble, that's going to really hurt Leavenworth.
She picks up number 2, and coming off the bench, it's going to be number 11, Nala Walker, who's got 5 of the 9 points so far for the Pioneers. So maybe not a bad substitution to make there for head coach Bill Sloan. Schooler gets it, has the size advantage, just can't finish underneath. Try to get around Walker. It'll still be Chieftain basketball. Kalia underneath, contesting for that last rebound. It'll be an inbound play for Shawnick. She's trying to direct some traffic, get everything set up.
Really do need to get Addie involved here.
Go to her. Double team crashes in, and here's a foul as right away Layla Brown came right over with the swiping hand, trying to get that ball out of the hand of Addie Schooler, rather.
Chance to get him at the line here. Want to have a deep run in this tournament, you need to hit your free throws.
First one on the way, and just off for Addie. Started in all 11 games, 13 points, 10 rebounds, and assists per game on average. 20 blocks, leader of the team by far in that category, and shooting 51% from the line. Misses them both here. Layla Brown still scoreless. Trying to drive in on Herrera. She does. A kick out to the corner. It's on the way. And a 3-ball no good. And a rebound by Jayla Herrera.
Good block out there by Jayla.
Now Shawnick runs into 3 Pioneer defenders. Hands to Schooler, and she traveled. You don't see Addie with it all too often at that point and trying to drive in. I think you're more comfortable trying to get down in the low post and feed her down there.
You want her in the paint.
Not saying she's not capable of driving in, but you can tell she doesn't do it all that often as that one goes off the top of the backboard. Still possession for Leavenworth. Shot clock does not reset. So got 18 and counting. As Walker is going to be fouled.
I'm going to get Addie for that, I think.
They will. So Addie picks up her first personal. And Ashlyn Bruni is going to check back into the game as we will have an inbound play over. Nope, right under the basket. Saw the official blow his whistle and almost started sprinting over to the far side baseline. I was a little confused on what was happening there. 50-50 ball. Layla Brown gets it from the free throw line. Can't find her first points. 4th rebound of the game already for Addie as She's able to get that pass off to Bruni. Aggressive the defense from Hewitt. Johnson, 3. No. Hewitt going through some traffic. Maya Hewitt a chance to go to the line and earn him as Jayla Herrera is going to pick up her first personal as well. So just about all the starters with the exception of Alyssa Shonick and Ashlyn Bruni with 1 personal foul. So here comes Hewitt, who she made the first 2 on her first trip, missed the last 2. And she's back to making them. All 3 of her points so far from the free throw line as
first points here in the second half.
And we are tied at 11. And this is going to be, I believe, a substitution for Leavenworth as Graham will come off the bench. And Peyton McIntyre, number 5, will come out. Chieftains started out, bottled up a little bit of momentum in the first quarter, since have kind of stalled, and now have seen the Pioneers come from back and tie it up at 11. Here's to Schooler underneath, the size advantage over the 5'7" Graham. Passes out to Johnson. She drives and kicks. Herrera bobbled. Jayla Herrera, nice drive. Got a little hitch in her giddy up, it looked like there, but still able to finish off the glass.
Addie Schooler made a nice screen for her there to open up that lane.
Five points out for Jayla Herrera. Add a steal on top of it. Turnover number 7 for Leavenworth. Shonick through 2 defenders. Schooler on the trail, gets the board and the finish.
That's where Schooler does her best work.
Now the Chieftains starting to find their footing. Hewitt having to pass out. Pesky defense from Shonick. Walker to Brown. Brown still scoreless. This she drives in, takes some contact, no whistle. Rebound number 6 for Addie Schooler.
Intimidation there by Addie.
Bruni driving a kick. Herrera, big 3 on the way. You bet! Timeout Leavenworth. Timeout Tongi, actually.
Yeah,
Once taking that timeout.
Nice little run here by the Chieftains.
Have another look at it here. That was a nice drive and a kick. Herrera doing what she does. Leading 3-point shooter on the team, 35%. She's got 8 on the night. As we are here in this timeout, and just like that, that's a way to respond after seeing Leavenworth come back and tie it up. You go on a quick 7-0 run, put that distance back between yourselves and the opposition. Hey, Chief, the basketball tonight presented in part by the Tonganoxie Public Library. Why pay for downloadable audiobooks when you can stream it for free with a Tonganoxie Library card? Download the Libby app or visit the library's website to learn more. And also by Wizard of Paws, Tonganoxie's family-owned pet grooming salon with a combined 48 years of experience. Schedule your pet's appointment today at wizardofpawstongi.com.
Coach Eckert really animated in that huddle with the girls, trying to get them a little more motivated, I think.
Coach Eckert, Coach Sloan just exchanging off some couple of words there, all in good play. It looks like. I think Eckert didn't like that little hand check foul for Herrera. It's her second of the game, and Coach Sloan saying, well, they missed it earlier down on the other end. Coach Eckert just laughing and chuckling. All tongue-in-cheek humor there. 2 head coaches of their respective squads. Here's Brown in the near corner, still can't get on the board. Another rebound for Schooler, starting to pile up here for her. Johnson,
traveled.
It's just one of those to where you're watching it and you know it doesn't look right, and you're just like, that's got to be that's a travel, that's something in there, and that was the call, the travel. Turnover number 9 for Tongi.
I don't like that. It's still 4 minutes to play in the half.
Up top, deep 3 for Walker. Can't bank it in.
Bernie with the rebound.
That was well back close to within NBA range for Nala Walker. Just couldn't get the friendly bank. Here's Shonick on the feed from Bruni. Looking around, finds Schooler, brings it down, and You got Brown tying it up. It'll stay here, though. Chieftains still in control. Schoeneck wide open in the near corner. Hendrickson will hand to Bruni. Left to right at the free throw line. Now back up near the top with Schoeneck. Under 15 on the shot clock. Johnson spin cycle on Brown as she gives back to Bruni. Good ball movement here for the Chieftains. Deflection underneath to Schooler. Two defenders trying to pass it off late there to Adeline Johnson, and foot on the baseline for Emerson Allen. So it will still be Chieftain basketball here.
Only
3 seconds on the shot clock, however.
The shot didn't hit the rim.
Not a lot of time to waste here. Schooler, just what you want, puts it up and puts it in.
Nicely done. Now see, that's how those passes going in the paint need to be high like that, where Addie can high point it and keep all the hands that are collapsing on her at bay.
To use all of that 6'1" frame of hers, no doubt about it, as another three ball is in for Nala Walker, and she's got the hot hand for the team in blue. She's got 8 of the 14 and her second from downtown. Just her effort alone keeping the Pioneers still within reach of this one. Does end that 9-0 run of the Chieftains. That last three from Walker, and a whistle and a foul will come here on Schoeneck.
A little hand
She picks
check.
up her first. More smiles shared again for Coach Sloan and Coach Eckert. I think you can tell two coaches, they must have a pretty good friendship outside off the floor.
Yeah.
And, got a good sense of humor along with it, too. Saw them both chatting it up, have a good conversation in the 10-15 minutes or so with the warm-ups, and another three goes down for Maya Hewitt, and all of a sudden, here come the Pioneers back on the trail. It's a one-possession game once more. Herrera, another deep ball, it's off.
So that was off when it left her hands.
Brown showing off the handles here, swiped away by Schoeneck. Another takeaway for the Chieftains. Off the deflection of Alyssa. She's got it here. Head fake. What a matchup here. Schoeneck v. Brown. She goes back to Herrera. Now Hendrickson swinging it around the horn to Baldock on the left wing. Chieftains continuing to try to go down low to Schooler. Pioneers not letting them. A three ball for Alyssa is no good. Here comes Nala Walker leading the charge. Crosses the timeline, and little bobbled out of control there for Leavenworth. Turnover number 9. Both teams with 9 turnovers now. Schooler has it taken away. There's number 10 for the Chieftains. It's just coming to pick the pocket of is Layla Brown.
Yeah, she put it on the deck there to get a little closer shot.
3, Allen.
I'd like to see her just turn around and shoot that.
It's something that we saw Addie do a lot last year. You can tell she worked on it during the summer. Hasn't done it a whole lot this season, but definitely has kind of reared its head around tonight. Has given her some problems in a way that the Pioneers have been able to get a couple of their turnovers. Another long three. Final seconds in this one, 45 under. Schoeneck taking her time, getting around. She had a pair of screens from Baldock and Schooler to go underneath
there
the
you
Schooler
go.
with the left hand. Can't fall in off the glass.
Yeah, but that's what you got to have there. She just turned and shot it. Didn't put it on the deck.
You're going to live with those misses every time out.
That's a good look. That's the shot you want.
And the three on the other end does not go. And Addie, a game-leading 8th rebound reeled in. And again, the Chieftains will have a final shot. Schoeneck, just like the end of the first quarter, drives to the right and finishes for 2, and the horn sounds. And we will head to the halftime locker room, and it's a 5-point lead for the Chieftains, 22-17 over the Leavenworth Pioneers, a matchup that's been well over 2+ decades in the making. White Birch Property Halftime Show coming up next.
For a winning team, contact White Birch Properties, the real estate MVP.
Tonganoxie is the ideal location to start a business. That's why the Tonganoxie Business Association has strived towards a common goal of adding value to businesses and the community since 2015. They assist in providing improved services for customers and visitors, encouraging and enhancing businesses, and preserving historical and cultural assets. Follow them on Instagram for the latest and upcoming event information and become a member today by visiting their website, TonganoxieBusinessAssociation.com. Proud supporters of Chieftain Athletics.
The Tonganoxie Recreation Commission is committed to creating community through parks, people, and programs. And now, with their all-new activity center, the Tonganoxie Rec Commission can do even more. Tongi Rec understands the benefits reaped through recreation are endless. Tongi Rec has a long list of classes, activities, and programs for the young and young at heart. For program pricing and schedules, call 913-845-3502. Visit them at the all-new activity center at the Tonganoxie High West Campus or go to tongirec.org.
Family owned and operated Wizard of Paws is a 5th-generation business located in the heart of downtown Tonganoxie. The professionally trained staff takes pride in making every dog and cat look its best, whether it be to breed-specific trim or an adorable, cute pet trim. Plus, their facility offers amenities in space that are doggone amazing. Call Wizard of Paws to make your appointment at 913-416-0255 or visit them at 406 East 4th Street in Tonganoxie. Learn more at wizardofpawstongi.com.
Your one stop for beauty and relaxation. That's the Beauty Bar, Salon, and Spa in downtown Tonganoxie, offering services for men's and women's haircuts, facial waxing, tanning, makeup, bridal services, and more. Their team is dedicated to providing a memorable experience for each guest. From vibrant styles and colors to soothing massages, they have everything you need to look and feel amazing. To make an appointment, call 913-347-2957 or visit them at 414 East 4th Street in Tonganoxie.
You're watching the White Birch Property Realty Executives Halftime Show. White Birch Property Center team, they're ready to help you buy or sell that next house and lead you to success in the real estate game. Visit them at 1203 State Avenue, Suite B in Tonganoxie, or give them a call at 913-417-1007. Dylan Funk, Dennis Drennan here with you. Game 1 of our doubleheader tonight. First round action, the 68th annual Tonganoxie Invitational Basketball Tournament. 22-17, your halftime score for the Lady Chieftains and the Lady Pioneers. Tonganoxie with the lead. Go through some quick stats here for you for the Chieftains. You got Alyssa Shawnick, 6 points, 1 rebound, 1 assist. Leah Baldock, no points, 2 rebounds. 2 points for Chloe Hendrickson. No points yet for Ashley Bruni, but 2 rebounds and 1 assist. And for Jayla Herrera, 8 points, leading scorer for Tongi, 8 points, 3 rebounds. She's 1 more rebound away from setting a new season high with 4, so something to keep an eye on in the second half. Addie Schooler, 4 points, 8 rebounds. If she can pick up the scoring in the second half, did she could be on her way to a potential double-double kind of night. We'll have to wait and see.
No question.
And outside of that, you got Evelyn Johnson with 2 points collected as well. As for Leavenworth, it's been usually just a pair of players that's been doing the scoring, and that's been Nala Walker. She had 8, and she had the first 5 of the game for the Pioneers. She finishes that first half 8 points, 2 rebounds, and no assists. Maya Hewitt had a 3 late, so she's got 7 points, 3 rebounds, and no assists. Layla Brown, one of our Brothers Market player spotlight players, where they treat you like family. Layla Brown, you know, we had talked about the all-conference, all-state selection a season ago and coming back for a dynamic sophomore year. No points in that first half. Held scoreless, just 3 rebounds and 1 assist. That is all she was able to collect, so that Chieftain defense doing wonders against 23, Layla Brown for the Pioneers. Outside of that, Emerson Allen with 2 points and a rebound, and 2 rebounds for McKenna McIntyre. That is all the stats right now. Denny, anything else jumping off the stat sheet to you?
Well, you know, it's the stats are pretty even because you got an even ball game here. But the biggest difference is, you know, both teams struggled with turnovers in the first half. You know, it looks like Leavenworth had 11, and the Chieftains had 10 turnovers. But points off turnovers, the Chieftains were able to double them up 10-5. So it's a difference. There's a 5-point difference in the game. So that's probably where it's from.
It's always good when you can lead in that margin, too.
Oh, yeah.
It's something that they're going to look to try to keep doing here. in the second half. And definitely when you look at just that and a lot of the other stuff you just listed, they were trailing. Yeah, they were trailing by a lot in the game this past Friday against Spring Hill. And they were coming in tonight definitely motivated and trying to put that performance behind them. And so far in the first half, they came out looking good in the first quarter. There was a little bit of a lull, if you will. It was tied at 11, and then it was a 7-8. I think it ended up being a 9-0 run later. Now the Chieftains, at least with a 5-point lead here at halftime. They're going to look to build on it as they come out for the second half. We'll be back with more here in the White Birch Property Realty Executives Halftime Show. Have you heard of Genesis Schools? Teaching students in preschool through 5th grade in Tonganoxie, Genesis offers smaller class sizes, individualized instruction, and a Christian worldview. Their mission is to exalt Christ by teaching and reinforcing biblical truths while producing well-rounded, educated young people who are equipped to serve God and others. For enrollment and tuition information, call 913-845-9498 or online at genesisschools.org.
More toppings, more taste, more value. Gambino's Pizza. You're gonna love it. Taste mouth-watering flavors in our new Chicken Bacon Ranch Pizza. Bring a crowd to feast on our 11 toppings Mobster Pizza. Pizzas with quality meats and a 100% real cheese, like our triple tasty seasoned sausage cravers pizza. Try favorites like pastas, calzones, sandwiches, appetizers, salads, and desserts. More toppings, more taste, more value. Gambino's Pizza. You're gonna love it.
At Fort Scott Community College, we understand that a scary part of figuring out your future isn't only answering the question, what should I do, but where do I belong? Maybe you belong here, preparing for a career in healthcare as part of Fort Scott Community College's nursing program. Or maybe you belong on stage as part of the Hounds band or theater department. I don't know where you've been or where you're headed, but I know we're saving a spot for you because you belong at Fort Scott Community College.
The same look and location of a classic drugstore with the services and supplies of a modern pharmacy. That's what you'll find at the Downtown Drug Store in Tonganoxie. Of course, Downtown Drug is the local choice for your prescriptions and health needs, but did you know they have the best selection of Tonganoxie Pride and Chieftain Game Day gear in town? And a whole lot more. Cards, gifts, home decor, and even the best way to satisfy that sweet tooth. The Downtown Drug Store. Call 913-369-3800 or visit them online at thedowntowndrugstore.com.
Families and business owners have trusted Mutual Savings Association for over 100 years. They offer checking accounts, online banking, personal and business loans, investment planning, insurance and retirement plans, and so much more. Their team specializes in creating a financial plan that is tailor-made to your needs to help you achieve your financial goals. Visit one of their 6 nearby locations, including downtown Tonganoxie, or visit their website msa.bank to learn more. Member FDIC.
Has your furnace left you out in the cold? Pipes plugged? Are you underwater with your water heater? If so, you'll be glad you called Ladd. Ladd Service Company in Tonganoxie has been your heating, cooling, and plumbing specialist since 1986. Ladd is your dealer for top quality brands like York, Aprilaire, and Wolverine Brass. Plus, they maintain and service all other brands. Schedule your appointment by calling 913-369-3509. Visit laddserviceco.com to see why you'll be glad you called Ladd. Midwest Chiropractic Center is a friendly and caring clinic providing comprehensive care for your chiropractic, rehabilitative, and fitness needs. Upon entering one of our offices, you are treated like family. The staff cares about your health, and their approach to care proves it. With 3 locations in Tonganoxie, Lansing, and Bonner Springs, plus some Saturday hours, Midwest Chiropractic Center is dedicated to offering affordable, gentle chiropractic care. Midwest Chiropractic Center, getting you back to active.
Ready for the start of the second half. You were watching the White Birch Property Realty Executives Halftime Show. Chieftains open with the lead. Pioneers will open with the basketball, 22-17. Game 1 of 2 here tonight on Tongi Sports Live. The men's team, the boys team, be taking on Leavenworth Pioneers approximately at 7:30 p.m. We'll close out with that game, the first round of the Tonga Invitational Basketball Tournament, the 68th year it has been hosted here at Tonganoxie High School, as McIntyre gets the scoring started for her first points.
Good ball movement there by the Pioneers. They got an open look in the lane.
Both teams double-digit turnovers in the first half. 10 for the Chieftains,
There you
11
go.
for the Pioneers.
There you go.
Right on cue, Denny. You said you wanted to see more of that in the second half.
Well, what I like, what Addie did there again, she high-pointed the ball, never hesitated, went right to the rack, got fouled and won. Good inlet pass there by Herrera.
Third foul of the game on McKenna McIntyre. Was limited most of that first half with the foul trouble. Now she picks up number 3.
Yeah, that's big too. They can get another one on her. That'd be huge.
Coach Sloan not showing any indications to bring her out of the game, so she will stay out there with those 3 fouls. Meanwhile, Schooler missing the free throw, so that's 3 straight misses at the line for Addie. She does have 6 points to go along with those 8 rebounds as double-double watch continues on for her. Schoeneck wants it, gets it. That's how you do it right there.
Yeah, nice assist there by Schoeneck. Nice finish by Bruning with the left hand there.
Chieftains again cashing in for points off turnovers. 10-5 in the first half, and now Jayla Herrera can't finish.
It. Oh, gone. And then picked up a foul. Who picked up the foul there?
I think Bruni is who it's going to be against, or Baldock. They both are in the area, and I think it's Kalia. So the second foul of the game on Kalia Baldock as Hewitt will check in for Leavenworth. She's going to bring out Emerson Allen. And again, with those 3 personal fouls on McKenna McIntyre, she continues to stay out on the floor. Coach Sloan showing a lot of trust.
Well, and that's, if you're Coach Eckert, you need to be telling them, get the ball in the paint, get that 4th foul on her and get her out of the game.
Almost coming away with 3 straight turnovers here for the Chieftains, but the Pioneers still control. 10 on the shot clock. Hewitt, being pestered by Schoeneck, just puts the 3 up, and it's offline. And that's the definition of a heave and a prayer that it just didn't get answered that time. Air ball chants echoing out from the student section on the far side of the gym.
Yeah, these student sections are unforgiving.
Still 4 seconds on the shot clock. Even they wanted to try to pass it around an extra time or 2, but just elected to go for the 3 instead.
Even though she missed that, that's the shot you want.
Hewitt with the head of steam goes right through the chest of Schoeneck, and Alyssa gets her 2nd foul.
She must have been moving. If she'd have set her feet, I think she'd have drawn the charge. Can't afford to get Schoeneck or Schooler in foul trouble.
Coach Eckert trying to plead with the official as he'll come over and explain it to him. Meanwhile, 2 free throws on the way for Hewitt, and she misses again. She's been the only Pioneer to go to the free throw line tonight. And off that last miss, she is 4 of 7. She makes the 2nd. Tie for the team lead in scoring, 8 for Hewitt, along with 8 for Walker. It's a 6-point Chieftain lead. Schoeneck puts on the gas, kicks it out to Bruni, her 3 too long. And a rebound underneath by Hewitt. Crossing up around Bruni, trying to shake free. Layla Brown, the big story, scoreless in that first half. One of the leading scorers this season for Leavenworth. She's going to try to do it here on a 3, but it comes short. Addie with another board. Number 9 for Addie Schooler tonight. She had 8 rebounds this past Friday against Spring Hill, already passing that mark. Here's a 3 straight away. Schoeneck clanks. Both offenses coming out cold in the second half thus far. As Kent going coast to coast, Brown. Another board for Schooler. Continuing to pile them up. Alyssa on the other end is off on the glass. This is now a track meet, it feels like. Up and down the floor we go. And they're going to stop play as the shot clock never resets. They got to get that squared away. So he'll just inbound it over on the far side. A fresh 30 on the shot clock, still 26-20 in favor of Tongi. As checking in, and number 2, McKenna McCann, is going to check in for the Pioneers. A 5'3" sophomore.
She's really slight. Got a slight build, too.
It's in her hand. She goes right by Herrera and McCann. How about that?
Wow.
Yes, she McCann.
Yes, she can.
Huh. How about that?
She's no bigger in a minute.
So some pesky defense there on Herrera. She finds Shawnick. Another miss off the glass. Weehee with the board. Her putback no good. There is a tight lid on that rim right now for the Chieftains. A lot of good looks inside. Just haven't been able to get them to go. Hewitt trying to ricochet off of Weehee, but they'll say Hewitt was out of bounds. And two more subs, and Hendrickson and Johnson. 5-5 combo, if you will. 5 Hendrickson and 55 Johnson. Chieftains have led the entirety of this contest over halfway through this third quarter.
Hasn't been the prettiest game.
In tournament settings, Denny, you know just as well as I, it's about surviving and advancing.
Yeah, that's all you need to do.
Get the win, move on, rinse and repeat.
Never apologize for a win.
Never. That last foul on Lyric Graham for her first of Leavenworth. Both teams, 2 team fouls. 3:35 to go here in the third as Ecker continues to talk to the official. Shawnick to Herrera with space. Jayla will pull the trigger but leaves it short. You don't see Jayla Herrera miss on decent look threes like that. Not wide open by any means, but still with enough separation. Proven herself to be a lethal sharpshooter, but just short that time. As on the other side, that one's too strong for Hewitt. The ball eventually is into the hands of Shawnick. Weehee, nice feed.
Yes. Nice assist for Shawnick. Good finish for Weehee.
Assist number 4 for Alyssa, and the first points of the game for Kaylin Weehee. Was scoreless in 8 of the last 10 coming into tonight, but she gets the points here. And a timeout is going to be called on the floor. It's a full timeout as we will take it with them. Called by Leavenworth. 28-22, Chieftains with the lead. Under 3 to go in the third quarter.
I was hoping to talk to someone about updating my insurance policy.
I am able to understand complete sentences.
That was a complete sentence?
I didn't understand that.
Why can't I just talk to a person?
No one talks to humans anymore.
Sometimes humans are just more helpful.
I hear you. Why don't we review your coverage with a super check?
Farm Bureau Financial Services. It's your future. Let's protect it.
Contact Farm Bureau agent Tex Vandervoort in Tonganoxie today.
The same look and location of a classic drugstore with the services and supplies of a modern pharmacy. That's what you'll find at the Downtown Drug Store in Tonganoxie. Of course, Downtown Drug is the local choice for your prescriptions and health needs, but did you know they have the best selection of Tonganoxie Pride and Chieftain Game Day gear in town? And a whole lot more. Cards, gifts, home decor, and even the best way to satisfy that sweet tooth. The Downtown Drug Store. Call 913-369-3800 or visit them online at thedowntowndrugstore.com.
So both teams after that timeout for Leavenworth will be left with 4 in the ball game. Ball in the hands of Layla Brown. She's looking for options. Swarmed by Adeline Johnson, and she just throws it away. Third turnover of the half for Leavenworth, but they take it right back away from the Chieftains. Again, this has not been the prettiest game for either team tonight, particularly with turnovers. Both teams had 10 or more just in the first half alone, and at least 2 or 3 apiece.
Going to get that on Shawnick.
That was on Shawnick, her third.
That's number 3 for Alyssa. Has only fouled out, I think, 1 or 2 times. I know she did at that Round Ball Classic Championship game, the first meeting against the Ottawa Cyclones in Garden City. She fouled out of that contest. And I think maybe she might have fouled out of one other game, the Eudora game. Maybe she fouled out here at home. Something to keep an eye on if she just picks up her third personal.
Chieftains can't afford to lose her.
There's McKenna McCann. She checked in a few moments ago, came in and got a bucket, trying to provide a spark to this Pioneer offense. Still down 6. Graham in the near corner to Walker. Guarded by Schooler. Surveying options, not able to get around Addy. Under 15, and it's thrown away again. Great defensive possession there for the Chieftains. And Shonick, count the bucket on the left-hand finish. That's how you draw it up, Denny. Defense and offense.
Coast to coast.
That was on Graham, her second. Shonick at the line.
Second of the game on Graham, second personal. Both teams 3 team fouls, a little over 2 to go in the third.
See Shonick hit this for her confidence.
She does.
Nothing but net.
She's 3 of 4 from the free throw line, 9 points in the ball game. And this has been tied for the largest lead of the game for the Chieftains at 9, 31-22. McCann. Yes, she can. Again. 5 points off the bench, all in this third quarter for McKenna McCann. And just like that, Leavenworth able to answer. Nice drive and finish on the bank shot for Adlin Johnson. She's got 4.
Yeah, I like the way she attacked the basket there.
Teams trading off shots now as Hewitt's able to drive in around Weehee. 10 points for Maya Hewitt.
You got to stop that ball.
Only pioneer in double figures, Maya Hewitt. Bruni, little strong. Weehee on the board. Apologize for the feed cutting out there. Here's Hewitt back the other way again. Contact, now whistles come. It was Hendrickson that hit the deck. Eckert can't believe it.
Who are they calling this on?
They call that against Hendrickson. The blocking away. Layla Brown is going to be checking in after this first free throw from Leavenworth. I was about to say, wait a minute. Hewitt was going to the line for free throws. It looked like that's what it was going to be, but I didn't think it was a shooting foul. I thought it was on the floor.
I did too.
You always got to say trust in what your eyes see right in front of you, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that does allow Layla Brown to check in. It's in the hands of McCann. Had a chance for the board, but Kaylin Weehee controls for the Chieftains. Here comes Tongi back the other way in the hands of Hendrickson on the right side, swinging it around Schooler. 1 dribble, 2 dribble, and she traveled with it.
You want to post her up. You don't want her trying to drive.
You can just tell when she's got to dribble in and go through some contact and traffic. It's not in her everyday repertoire, per se. Is she capable of doing it? I have no doubts, but we've seen her try to do it 2 times tonight. Both times they've ended with a turnover via the travel.
Yeah, too many hands in there.
Another pass telegraphed underneath by Ashlyn Bruni. Turnover number 16 in the game for Leavenworth. Trying to cash in on the points off turnover margin for the Chieftains. They were +5 coming out of the halftime locker room.
Yeah, they need to make these turnovers.
Chance for the final shot with 15 seconds to go in the third.
Yeah, I want these turnovers to hurt.
No Shonick on the floor. It's in the hands of Bruni. Picking up her dribble. She's got to get it off. Into the near corner. Schooler. Some contact. 2 second. 1 second. Schooler for 3, and it's short. Thought she was fouled on the forearm there by Layla Brown, but officials do not give a whistle, and we are on to the fourth quarter. 3 down, 1 to go. Here live inside Chieftain Arena. It is 33-27. Chieftains looking to close it out in the fourth.
Does your roof have possible storm damage? Looking to get solar panels? Or is it just simply time to get it inspected? That's where Balmer Roofing and Solar come into play. Balmer Roofing has a combined 40 years of experience with JAF Master Elite and Emerald Pro contractors. The Balmer family and their team are ready to give your house a brand new roof or solar panels at an affordable cost with a 50-year warranty. Life has mishaps and they want nothing but your customer satisfaction. Let them prove why so many of your neighbors choose Balmer for their roofing projects. To schedule a free inspection, call 913-845-5252 or visit them online at balmerroofing.com. Inviting, connecting, serving, and growing. That's Grounded Coffee House in downtown Tonganoxie. Enjoy the best cup of coffee in town 6 days a week and pair it with freshly made from scratch pastries, muffins, cinnamon rolls, and so much more. Plus, check out their beautiful event center, Grace Hall. Perfect for your next gathering, celebration, wedding, and party. All profits go towards local and international charitable projects and organizations. Drink local, support local at Grounded Coffee House. Place your order for dine-in or carry-out at groundedcoffeehouse.tonganoxie.org.
Start of the fourth quarter presented by Grounded Coffee House, serving great coffee with an even greater cause, as we got a 6-point lead for the Chieftains, 33-27, trying to close out this first round win against the Leavenworth Pioneers. As we will work to try to get that feedback on the picture. Meanwhile, Ashlyn Bruni able to knock down the shot inside, so she's got 4. Stand by again, folks. Apologies for the technical difficulty we're facing here. Try to get this fixed. Ball batted around. Leavenworth in control. 7:20 and counting to go in the ball game. 35-27, Chieftain lead. So that last shot off the glass. It's going to be a rebound controlled by Ashlyn Bruni. Trying to get it up the floor, and her pocket is picked. It's a steal. Layla Brown, and she lays it in on the left side, and that is the first points of the game for the star sophomore, Layla Brown, for Leavenworth. It took all the way to about the 7-minute mark of the fourth quarter. As now we got the picture back on the screen. And meanwhile, it's been back-to-back steals and lay-ins for Layla Brown, now with 4.
It's a 4-point game.
Yeah, apologies again for the no picture on the screen there. And now Layla Brown starting to get involved, and it's a 4-point game, just like that. Bruni, big 3 on the way. She knocks it down. Ashlyn Bruni, ice water in her veins.
One of the better games we've seen Ashlyn play.
5 points, 2 rebounds, 1 assist. This started in all 12 games, and this looking like one of the better ones as an offensive foul is called against Maya Hewitt.
Yeah, it looked to me like Addie went straight up.
Second foul on Hewitt as she goes back to the other end of the floor. Very frustrated off that last call. Hit another and one for Alyssa Schoenig.
And I think that's number 4.
Yeah, number 4 on McIntyre, I believe so. That's just that quick move, that step to the right, gets by the defender, and Alyssa Schoenig, she just does the rest. In double figures once again this season, 11 points, 12, potentially pending this next free throw. It's up, and it's good. And one of the best free throw performances of the season tonight for Schoenig, 4 of 5 from the charity stripe. Now it is the largest lead of the game. The first time the Chieftains have led by double digits, but it's not for long as Maya Hewitt is able to answer with a 3. Her second 3-point basket in a 13-point performance. Herrera, she'll drive in, high percentage shot. She's in double figures now with 10. Might have been tempted to take that 3, had some space, a decent look to try to answer the 3 from Hewitt, but
yeah, she took it in for the bunny. That was the right choice.
Exactly. Hewitt, back-to-back, will not do it. It's well short, barely grazes the rim, and for Kalia Baldock, it's rebound number 3. Closing in on the final 5 minutes of the game. Chieftains trying to close this one out, move to the winner side of the bracket. They lost in the first round last year against Holton. Looking to avoid that here against Leavenworth. Nice feed, but off the side of the backboard, Bruni. And it is out on Bruni. It will be Pioneer basketball. Johnson will check in, and Graham will check in for the Chieftains and Pioneers respectfully. That was pretty heads-up awareness there for Schoenig to get that last pass off as she was falling down, going down to the court, and tried her best to get it to Ashlyn Bruni. Unfortunately, the shot was just a little too on the side of the backboard. It's another turnover forced by this Chieftain defense, but it's poked away from behind, and both teams straight off turnovers. Hewitt to Brown, she cuts in, gets by Johnson, and a little floater is good over Schoenig, who is trying to stand her ground and perhaps draw the charge, but she does not do it. And Layla Brown, 6 points, all in this fourth quarter, trying to rally her Leavenworth Pioneers back into this one. Still down 7, 43-36 to the Chieftains. She's got a timeout on the floor. We'll be back in 30 seconds. You're watching Lady Chieftain basketball on Tonganoxie Sports Live.
Charlie was born at LMH. We had a great team of nurses. Not only did they check in on us regularly, they always asked if we had questions, always made sure that we understood what was going on. I cannot say enough wonderful things about the labor and delivery, family birthing, and mother baby care team at LMH Health. We had to put our entire trust into their hands, and just everyone was so friendly and so supportive.
3 timeouts left for Leavenworth, 4 in the pocket for Coach Eckert and the Chieftains.
Pioneers picking up full court now.
Turnovers have been a problem for both teams, and it's right there for the Chieftains, and it just falls in for Maya Hewitt as the Pioneers quickly cash in on the points off turnovers there. 15 points for Hewitt. Here's
nice
Johnson
fake.
at the other end. Nice head fake indeed. Got Allen to go flying right by her, and Adlin Johnson, one of her better nights in the past few weeks, she's got 6. She's been having be a little more confident in her shooting abilities. That's now 3 straight games with 2 or more made field goals. Getting tripped up is Brown, and a foul's going to come in, and will it be Baldock or will it be Bruni? And it will be Bruni. She picks up, I got on the books at her first. It's her second, so I was just behind by 1. Really, Shonick, the only Chieftain in any foul trouble with 3. Everybody else 2 or less. As it is Brown. Shaken up on the floor as she tried to go through that double team for the Chieftains. Might have collided knees or something. It does not feel good. She's up and going to hobble off to the sideline on her own power. You got head athletic trainer of LMH Health, Mark Padfield, Hall of Fame athletic trainer Mark Padfield. Going to take good care of her as she goes over, looking around at her knee or shin area. So we'll see if Layla Brown will come back with this remaining 3:41 in the fourth quarter. I think for the Pioneers, she's had scoreless. The first 3 quarters was Layla Brown. She exploded for 6, and now she exits with the injury.
Yeah.
Just when things were really starting to maybe turn around for Leavenworth. If you had any hopes of trying to come from behind in this one, you definitely are going to need the help of number 23. As she continues to be looked at off on the side. Meanwhile, Leavenworth back with the ball, and Addie Schooler, a clean blocker, first of the game. And a big one there, denying the Pioneers in an empty possession. Looking to build on this 7-point lead to make it 10. Bruni!
Have a night, Ashland.
9 points for Bruni, and she gives the Chieftains her second 10-point lead of the ball game. All coming here in this fourth quarter. McCann handed it off. Allen. Hewitt has had the hot hand tonight, trying to get the ball out of her hands. It's a jump ball, and it'll stay at this end of the floor as Hewitt might have taken a hard fall down to the deck. She appears to be okay, going to stay out there. McKenna McIntyre will check back in. 4 personal fouls for her. Next one, she's gone. As the walls are starting to close in here for Leavenworth, down 10. Chieftains trying to close this one out. 48 points put up, waiting to respond after only putting up 30 this past Friday in the home loss against Spring Hill. As Hewitt gets another bucket, she's got 17, leading all scores tonight. Schooler wants it, gets it, and we'll have a chance to go to the line, and there's number 5 for McIntyre. She's gone. Some Leavenworth fans trying to voice their frustrations. It's been a frustrating night, no doubt, for McKenna McIntyre. She'll leave with just 2 points and 2 rebounds, and she exits at the 2:36 mark of the fourth quarter. Limited a lot in that first half with 2 personals. She picked up number 3 early here in the second half, and quickly 4 and 5 were to follow, and Addie Schooler back to the line, and she misses again. 0 for 4 from the free throw line tonight for Addie Schooler.
Yeah, and the free throw struggles continue.
Misses them both. 5 straight misses for Addie, and now she's just going to get the foul. Maybe a little bit of frustration there, trying to swipe that ball away and get an extra possession, as Coach Eckert is going to go ahead and call a timeout here. Not liking what he was seeing there, but maybe also giving Schooler and company a chance to try to collect themselves, get a deep breath, and get ready to go back on defense. Try to hold on to this 8-point lead as Chieftain basketball and our coverage of the Tonga Invitational Basketball Tournament today and tomorrow, presented in part by Kansas City, Kansas Community College. Whether you want to take classes in high school or after graduation, KCC is in your backyard. Check out how college can help you today at kckcc.edu. We take a look what we got coming up here. Again, action for tomorrow. We know, regardless win or lose for both the boys and girls teams, they are playing their first games tomorrow here inside Chieftain Arena. We know that for a fact. So we're going to try to bring you at least 2 games tomorrow. We'll see where everybody ends up. If it comes to where one team's in the auxiliary gym, the other team's here, we're going to go with the team inside of Chieftain Arena. More on that as the night goes along. But then next week, a couple of games. Home against Bonner at KC Turner. And then that following week to open February, we got a girls wrestling duel coming up here on Tonganoxie Sports Live. You can check out the full winter sports schedule at varsitysportslive.com. Under 15 on the shot clock. Chieftains looking for another defensive stand. They lead by 8.
Boy, you talk about a girls sport that's just exploded in the last few years. It's girls wrestling.
My goodness, you tell me about it. 3 on the way, shot clock expiring. Nobody puts a body on Hewitt. She gets the board, and she'll go to the line for 2 on the missed 3 from Graham. That was wide off. And for the Chieftains, it is the second personal foul on Chloe Hendrickson. It always amazes me when you and I, we get the privilege to cover the Shrine Duels. We'll be going back for year 3 and the last Saturday of March. We've always had a Chieftain there. Remember, we had Noah Bailey the first year. We had a couple of Chieftains there last year, both on the girls' side, too. Grace Steen and, Bailey Bradley. Bailey Bradley wrestled 2 matches
she did.
The Shrine Duels last year.
And Grace Steen had an excellent comeback win.
Against Ativia Kane out of Oakley High School. That was one of our matches of the day. Overtime it took. It was a 0-0 stalemate, and then it was a kind of sudden death, and Grace Steen got the takedown.
Yeah, Grace took her down in overtime.
We'll see the girls squad on February 4th. We'll see the boys team ranked number 1 in Class 4A. We'll see them at home in a home duel February 11th, a week later, here at home against the Holton Wildcats. Shonick, offensive foul. And there's number 4 on Alyssa.
And the Chieftains come away empty. Now they're trying to nurse a 7-point lead.
Herrera and Baldock will check in. Calling to Ecker and saying who's coming out. It's Hendrickson and it's Johnson. There was a good moment there. There were 7 Chieftains out on the floor.
Yeah.
That's one way to try to hold on to a 7-point lead. 7 defenders. Revolutionizing the game, Coach Austin Eckert. I don't think the officials would let it happen, though, unfortunately. Here's a drive underneath, denied as Hewitt. She's been trying to do it all herself. Got Brown back out on the floor for Leavenworth. She's going to guard Shonick. Under a minute to go, a 7-point lead for the Chieftains. They can taste it. A second-round matchup with the Hawks out of Olathe South. Potentially here inside Chieftain Arena tomorrow, or late morning, early afternoon. And Shonick is fouled. And I would imagine for Leavenworth, I was wondering when the fouls were going to start coming in. Now both teams with 4 team fouls.
Yeah. That's not a bad strategy for Leavenworth because Chieftains have not been too good from the line.
It's been Shonick and it's been Schooler at the line side. Shonick 4 for 5, and for Schooler, she's the one that's cold. She's 0 for 5.
So you know that's who you'd foul.
Showing no signs, maybe just trying to get the stop here. If you're the Chieftains, you're more than okay with this. The McCann gets called for the hand check, so here comes the free throws for the Chieftains being put into the bonus.
This is where you can put the game away right here.
31 seconds to go in the game, up 7 as well. If this is a game that the Pioneers come and win this one, it's going to be more likely it's because the Chieftains gave it away, not that the Pioneers won it. And Sean again good at the line. That is 4 straight makes at the free throw line for Alyssa. Hiccup sneaking up on me there, my apologies. Hiccups don't care, man. They don't come up on you. They don't care if you're live on there.
Sonic doing a nice job from the line tonight.
5 straight makes, 14 points tonight for Alyssa. 2 shy of the 16 she put up Friday at Spring Hill. Brown, short. Herrera on the rebound. Couple of swiping hands trying to take it away. Chieftains moving around with it. Shawnick gonna come across the timeline. Got to do it here pretty quick. She passes it to Herrera, trying to save it in front of the bench. And at this point, it's 4.2 to go in the game. But you know, for Coach Eckert, he's not looking very happy, like a team that's going to end up winning this game by 9 points or somewhere around that area. I think the way the fourth quarter has ended, not too pleased. As that'll do it. 50-41, your final score.
That's in your ball game. Final score, Tonganoxie 50.
Chieftains get back in the win column. Winners of 5 of the last 8, and they hand Leavenworth back-to-back losses. Losers in 4 of the last 6. As we take another quick look, let's go over to the brackets. Have a look. The girls will go on, and they will play tomorrow. They will take on Olathe East to advance via the bye, thanks to no attendance from Liberal High School coming up in this tournament. So it is tomorrow at, I believe that says, it looks so small on my screen. Let me pull up the actual bracket. I believe that's tomorrow at 12:30. You folks that watch at home, you probably have a better look at it. Might be a little confused as to why I'm having some trouble. So tomorrow at noon, we know girls are playing here in Chieftain Arena. They will take on Olathe East. That we know for a fact, as the Chieftains win against Leavenworth 50-41, the final score. In this one, we're going to step aside, take a quick break. We'll be back to the Brothers Market post-game show, wrap up our final thoughts and coverage of the girls' game, then get you set for the boys' game coming up in about 15 minutes or so. All that and more here on Tonganoxie Sports Live.
Shop local and save at Brothers Market in Tonganoxie, where we treat you like family. Brothers Market has great everyday deals throughout the store. Enjoy fresh cut steaks from the meat department, the freshest fruits and vegetables from the produce aisle, and savor the flavors from the bakery. Check out their weekly ad to get the best deals on what you need. From apples to aspirin, Cool Whip to cool crisp lettuce. Brothers Market, open daily. Learn more at shopbrothersmarket.com. First State Bank and Trust is with you wherever you are with complete online banking. Cheering on the Chieftains once again? Why not pay your bills online? Waiting on your kiddos to get out of school? Seems like a good time to make a transfer. Or how about making a deposit from here? Back in the gym for another night? Why not get an e-statement while you cheer on Tongi? And of course, at First State Bank and Trust, you can always bank from right here. Come on in and see us and get your very own Chieftain card. To learn more about all the great ways to bank with First State Bank and Trust, go to firststateks.com.
Charlie was born at LMH. We had a great team of nurses. Not only did they check in on us regularly, they always asked if we had questions, always made sure that we understood what was going on. I cannot say enough wonderful things about the labor and delivery, family birthing, and mother baby care team at LMH Health. We had to put our entire trust into their hands, and just everyone was so friendly and so supportive.
Have you heard of Genesis Schools? Teaching students in preschool through 5th grade in Tonganoxie, Genesis offers smaller class sizes, individualized instruction, and a Christian worldview. Their mission is to exalt Christ by teaching and reinforcing biblical truths while producing well-rounded, educated young people who are equipped to serve God and others. For enrollment and tuition information, call 913-845-9498 or online at genesisschools.org.
For projects big or small, Southern Star asks you to always call 811 before you dig. It's free, easy, and keeps our community safe. After calling 811, a professional will use paint or flags to mark buried utility lines within a few days. And calling 811 is the law. Hitting underground lines can disrupt utility service and cause serious injury. Safety is in your hands. Every dig, every time.
Welcome back. Another look at the girls bracket. Chieftains winners against Leavenworth 50-41. They will be back in action tomorrow at noon here inside Chieftain Arena against the Olathe East Hawks. We will have that game for you live right here on Tonganoxie Sports Live as we go over to the Brothers Market postgame show. I believe that was Mitch Loomis's young son that just got on the PA mic and said a few words.
Oh, did he?
To us here. Way to go, Hud. So here we go. Brothers Market postgame show. Check out the weekly ads and specials in-store or online at shopbrothersmarket.com, where they treat you like family. And, you know, Denny, I think this was a game that, coming off a performance on Friday that was a season low and one of the games that was definitely one of the more forgettable ones, at least you want to try to forget for Coach Eckert's squad, looking to come out and make its statement tonight. They put up 50 in a 9-point win against Leavenworth, although I think if you ask Coach Eckert, he's going to say we still have a lot we got to try to build on before we go to tomorrow's game against Olathe East.
Still way too many turnovers, 18 for both teams. And points off turnovers, let's see here. Points in the paint, points off of turnovers. Where's that stat at? Oh, here it is. 20-13 in favor of Tonganoxie. So again, that was probably the biggest stat. It was a pretty close game, but +7 in the points off turnovers is the big reason that they were able to come out of this one with a win.
No doubt about it. They needed every bit of it here against Leavenworth. The Chieftains outscored the Pioneers in every single quarter tonight. 11-9 in the first, 11-8 in the second, 11-3. Quite a trend for the Chieftains. 3 straight quarters of scoring 11, and then they finished the fourth outscoring the Pioneers 17-14 to win it by 9 points. Going through the point totals, you got Alyssa Shonick finishing with 14 on the night to go with 2 rebounds and 6 assists. A nice night for Alyssa. Kalia Baldock, no points, but did collect 4 rebounds along the way. Chloe Hendrickson, 2 points. And you got Kaylin Weehee. Also had a bucket tonight, 2 points for her, 3 rebounds for Kaylin Weehee. Jayla Herrera, 10 points tonight. 3 Chieftains in double figures between Herrera, Bruni, and Shonick, with 10 points for Jayla Herrera to go with 5 rebounds and 1 assist. And Addie Schooler finishing with 6, as does Adeline Johnson. And our County Road Brewing player of the game going to Ashlyn Bruni, finishing with 10 points, like I mentioned, 4 of 9 shooting from the field, including 2 of 3 from downtown. She finishes with 10 points, 3 rebounds, and 1 assist, as Ashlyn Bruni is our player of the game. County Road Brewing congratulates Ashlyn on being named player of the game. Rooted in the community, brewed for the journey. See what's brewing today at County Road Brewing in Tonganoxie. Denny, I always ask you the honors of naming the player of the game, and you had no hesitation in telling me Ashlyn Bruni here tonight, and for good reasons, I know.
Yeah, I thought she did an outstanding job. Not only scoring the points, but played good defense. Didn't turn the ball over much, and had a really good night all the way around.
Put out a performance that is going to be one of the standout ones of the season. She's been playing really good ball over the last couple of weeks, and a performance like this here tonight, that's going to do nothing but just boost her confidence going forward. Again, congratulations, Ashlyn, on being named County Road Brewing player of the game. So the Chieftains win this. They take on Olathe East, and it's got to feel good for Coach Eckert, because remember last year the Chieftains, they had a lot of good positive momentum going into the tournament. Then they lost in the first round against Holton. That kind of took the wind out of the sails of this team. Ended up finishing 6th, losing in the 5th place game to Liberal, but not the case here this year. At least they live to see another day on the winner's side. They'll take on Olathe East, and more than likely you make it to the championship game. You're either going to get probably 1 seed Eudora or 4 seed at St. James. They put on quite a show against Piper. But you're just hoping to take care of business tomorrow against Olathe East, a chance to win the championship here on your home floor in your own tournament.
Yeah, no question. And the deal is, if you get into the semifinals, you can't do any worse than 4th.
That's it. at least finish in the top half of the 8 that's in your field. Well, 7 in the retrospect for the women's team, not able to fill that hole that was left by Liberal as soon as they got taken out of the tournament due to the weather. But nonetheless, great win tonight for Coach Eckert and company, putting that loss, the 10-point loss against Spring Hill on Friday, behind them. Winners by 9 tonight. They will take on Olathe East. We'll have that broadcast for you right here on Tonganoxie Sports Live tomorrow, approximately around noon, here inside of Chieftain Arena. As we are going to exit Brothers Market post-game show, we're going to go back into the S&S Body pregame show. Get you set for the boys' game between Tonganoxie and Leavenworth. Coming back when we return on Tongi Sports Live.
More toppings, more taste, more value. Gambino's Pizza. You're gonna love it. Taste mouth-watering flavors in our new chicken bacon ranch pizza. Bring a crowd to feast on our 11 toppings mobster pizza. Pizzas with quality meats and a 100% real cheese, like our triple tasty seasoned sausage cravers pizza. Try favorites like pastas, calzones, sandwiches, appetizers, salads, and desserts. More toppings, more taste, more value. Gambino's Pizza. You're gonna love it.
For projects big or small, Southern Star asks you to always call 811 before you dig. It's free, easy, and keeps our community safe. After calling 811, a professional will use paint or flags to mark buried utility lines within a few days. And calling 811 is the law. Hitting underground lines can disrupt utility service and cause serious injury. Safety is in your hands. Every dig, every time.
Hey, you ready to go to my mom's?
Well, I can't go today. I have to mow. It's probably going to take all day.
Well, that's too bad. Don't work too hard.
Dixie Chopper. Speed when you need it.
See the full lineup at hersinc.net. Call 913-247-3530 or just stop on by.
At Fort Scott Community College, we understand that a scary part of figuring out your future isn't only answering the question, what should I do, but where do I belong? Maybe you belong here, studying animal science or learning about farm and ranch management. Maybe you belong here as part of Hounds Hoops on the hardwood. I don't know where you've been or where you're headed, but I know we're saving a spot for you because you belong at Fort Scott Community College.
The same look and location of a classic drugstore with the services and supplies of a modern pharmacy. That's what you'll find at the Downtown Drug Store in Tonganoxie. Of course, Downtown Drug is the local choice for your prescriptions and health needs, but did you know they have the best selection of Tonganoxie Pride and Chieftain Game Day gear in town? And a whole lot more. Cards, gifts, home decor, and even the best way to satisfy that sweet tooth. The Downtown Drug Store. Call 913-369-3800 or visit them online at thedowntowndrugstore.com.
Welcome back inside the S&S Body pregame show. They've been the place to go to at Tonganoxie for auto body and repair work since 1972. Get your ride back in the game. Learn more at snsautoandbody.com or by calling 913-369-3193 to schedule your appointment today. Dylan Funk, Dennis Drennan will rejoin us here in the booth momentarily. Busy as always here at the Tongi Invitational Basketball Tournament, the 68th annual Tongi Invitational, being placed here at Tonganoxie High School, one of the great tournaments around the area. It's tournament week all across Kansas high school basketball, all across the area, and everybody having to adjust to the weather that is coming in. So let's take an updated look at the boys bracket with games being moved. Again, no games on Saturday with that weather coming in. No games on Saturday. We're basically going to be playing the Saturday games tomorrow. So we're going to start early on Friday. Game's going to be starting as early as 9 a.m. and we'll go all the way till 7:30 tomorrow night. We saw the girls pick up the win. We know they're playing tomorrow at noon right here inside Chieftain Arena against Olathe East off the 9-point win against Leavenworth. Looking at the boys bracket, you see this matchup here, 4 versus 5, Leavenworth and Tonganoxie. If the Chieftains win, they will play in the game before the Lady Chieftains here inside Chieftain Arena at 10:30. If they lose, then they will play tomorrow at 9 o'clock in the morning. So, needless to say, both teams will be playing tomorrow morning, early afternoon here inside of Chieftain Arena. It's just a matter of, is it going to be a game in between, or is it basically going to be a late morning, early afternoon doubleheader? That is all we have left to find out. We know Atchison handling their business against Wichita North, Metro Academy and Legacy Prep. That game is going to be taking place simultaneously with us here against Leavenworth and Tonganoxie, and Eudora and Schlegel, the Cardinals, coming out winners of that contest. So Chieftains win. You play tomorrow at 10:30 in the morning. Then against Atchison, one of the top seed in the boys bracket. If you lose, you take on the 8th seed of Wichita North squad at 9 a.m. Either way, pretty early roll call for Friday action.
Yeah, no question. Well, you got to do that because of this big storm they're anticipating.
Yeah, that's what we were just talking about as we're here in the SNS Body pregame show. So let's break down this matchup a little bit. First for the Chieftains and the Pioneers. Both teams coming in as the 17th ranked team in their respective standings. The Chieftains in 4A, Pioneers in 5A. Both teams just 2 wins on the season. 2-9 are the Chieftains, 0-7 in Frontier League play, as are the Pioneers, 0-7, 2-8. overall, however. So this is a matchup of 2 teams that are desperately looking for a win and get started on the right foot on the first of 3 coming up in is like 3 games in 36 hours. Man, that is nuts here at this tournament. Chieftains on Friday, losers by 30 here at home against Spring Hill. Their 7th straight loss in league play. This is their 2nd tournament of the season. We mentioned the Garden City Round Ball Classic. That was December 11th through the 13th. They went 1-2. Their lone win coming against 3A Lakin High School. That was the first win of the season for the Chieftains, 85-72. Outside of that, they are against 5A, against other 5A schools. They're 6A schools. They are 0-for right now. So trying to break that streak here tonight, 0-for-3 coming into tonight. But for Leavenworth, they are up in 5A, 2-7 overall. They are on a 7-game losing streak, 8-game losing streak actually, an 8-game losing streak. They won their first 2. They beat KC Turner in league play, and then they beat Lewisburg, and that's the only common opponent between these 2 are the Lewisburg Wildcats. Pioneers beat the Wildcats, while the Chieftains lose to Lewisburg in the first week of the season, first game of the season, by 3, 63-60. So that'll be something to keep an eye on.
It should be a pretty evenly matched game tonight.
Yeah, that's pretty much what we were all just building up to. It's kind of this fitting of this 4 versus 5 matchup in this tournament. Chieftains looking for a win, as are the Pioneers. Winner gets Atchison, loser gets Wichita North tomorrow morning. As we step aside here in the SNS Body pregame show, starting lineups and opening tip-off, this one is coming up next.
The Tonganoxie Recreation Commission is committed to creating community through parks, people, and programs. And now, with their all-new activity center, the Tonganoxie Rec Commission can do even more. Tongi Rec understands the benefits reaped through recreation are endless. Tongi Rec has a long list of classes, activities, and programs for the young and young at heart. For program pricing and schedules, call 913-845-3502. Visit them at the all-new activity center at the Tonganoxie High West campus, or go to tongirec.org.
Tonganoxie is the ideal location to start a business. That's why the Tonganoxie Business Association has strived towards a common goal of adding value to businesses and the community since 2015. They assist in providing improved services for customers and visitors, encouraging and enhancing businesses, and preserving historical and cultural assets. Follow them on Instagram for the latest and upcoming event information, and become a member today by visiting their website, tonganoxiebusinessassociation.com. Proud supporters of Chieftain Athletics.
Family-owned and operated Wizard of Paws is a 5th-generation business located in the heart of downtown Tonganoxie. The professionally trained staff takes pride in making every dog and cat look its best, whether it be a breed-specific trim or an adorable cute pet trim. Plus, their facility offers amenities in space that are doggone amazing. Call Wizard of Paws to make your appointment at 913-416-0255 or visit them at 406 East 4th Street in Tonganoxie. Learn more at wizardofpawstongi.com.
Midwest Chiropractic Center is a friendly and caring clinic providing comprehensive care for your chiropractic, rehabilitative, and fitness needs. Upon entering one of our offices, you are treated like family. The staff cares about your health, and their approach to care proves it. With 3 locations in Tonganoxie, Lansing, and Bonner Springs, plus some Saturday hours, Midwest Chiropractic Center is dedicated to offering affordable, gentle chiropractic care. Midwest Chiropractic Center, getting you back to active.
Families and business owners have trusted Mutual Savings Association for over 100 years. They offer checking accounts, online banking, personal and business loans, investment planning, insurance and retirement plans, and so much more. Their team specializes in creating a financial plan that is tailor-made to your needs to help you achieve your financial goals. Visit one of their 6 nearby locations, including downtown Tonganoxie, or visit their website msa.bank to learn more. Member FDIC.
Your home for live, local sports. Varsity Sports Live delivers professional level coverage with high-quality video and broadcasters that know your schools and community.
Touchdown, Tonganoxie!
With the support of local businesses, you never pay to watch varsity sports. Live, local, free high school sports coverage. That's Varsity Sports Live.
Grass gets it away. Moore's down the middle. And he makes the catch in the end zone. Touchdown, Trojans!
Keep up with the action at varsitysportslive.com. Live, local, free high school sports.
Charlie was born at LMH. We had a great team of nurses. Not only did they check in on us regularly, they always asked if we had questions, always made sure that we understood what was going on. I cannot say enough wonderful things about the labor and delivery, family birthing, and mother baby care team at LMH Health. We had to put our entire trust into their hands, and just everyone was so friendly and so supportive.
When it comes to rehabilitation, despite what you're told, you can choose where you want to go. Physical Therapy Solutions in Tonganoxie is independently owned, allowing them to work with all doctors and insurance companies to ensure a smooth transition. They offer cutting-edge technological therapy treatments like focused shock waves and deep tissue laser therapy for more precise care to acute and chronic injuries. Contact Physical Therapy Solutions today and let them help you. Visit ptsolutionsks.com for more information.
Does your roof have possible storm damage? Looking to get solar panels? Or is it just simply time to get it inspected? That's where Balmer Roofing and Solar come into play. Balmer Roofing has a combined 40 years of experience with JAF Master Elite and Emerald Pro contractors. The Balmer family and their team are ready to give your house a brand new roof or solar panels at an affordable cost with a 50-year warranty. Life has mishaps and they want nothing but your customer satisfaction. Let them prove why so many of your neighbors choose Balmer for their roofing projects. To schedule a free inspection, call 913-845-5252 or visit them online at balmerroofing.com.
First State Bank and Trust is with you wherever you are with complete online banking. Cheering on the Chieftains once again? Why not pay your bills online? Waiting on your kiddos to get out of school? Seems like a good time to make a transfer. Or how about making a deposit from here? Back in the gym for another night? Why not get an e-statement while you cheer on Tongi? And of course, at First State Bank and Trust, you can always bank from right here. Come on in and see us and get your very own Chieftain card. To learn more about all the great ways to bank with First State Bank and Trust, go to firststateks.com.
A great collision on the field? Awesome. An awesome collision on the road? Not so great. If that bad play does come your way, take your car to SNS Auto and Body Shop in Tonganoxie. SNS has been the area's premier auto collision repair center since 1972, working on all makes and models, glass replacement, bumper repair, fiberglass and plastic, color matching, and so much more. And they work with all insurance companies. Get your ride back in the game and learn more at snsautoandbody.com or call 913-369-3193.
At Kansas Insurance, we know one size doesn't fit all. In fact, our whole mindset is based on customized policies for you and your families. We're local, and we do what we do because we care about you. Think of us as brokers for your insurance needs. Working with Kansas Insurance gets you the award-winning service and attention to detail that only an independent agency can provide. All across Kansas, we're here to help you manage and plan for all types of risk. Contact a local agent today. Kansas Insurance. Local, independent, serving you.
Ready to go in this one. Here's your Crookham Construction starting lineups. First for the Chieftains, you got Luke Brewer out there. Kipton Harder back in the starting lineup. His 7th start of the season. Nolan McGuire, Lachlan McRae, and Owen Seba. Coach Simmons continuing to shuffle that lineup around, trying to find that right combination. We saw Bodie Maslak in the lineup, his first start this past Friday in the loss against Spring Hill. Now you see Kipton Harder back out there, started as the starter back in the first handful of games this season as Luke Brewer controls the opening tip, and we are underway here in game 2. And for this Leavenworth Pioneer squad coming into tonight, very the opposite of the girls team who only had 1 junior, no seniors. A lot of juniors and senior talent on this team. Then it should be a pretty well evenly matched ball game here as Nolan McGuire is too hard off the glass on the first shot.
Well, that was a good inlet pass. Just a little too hard off the
I think he had the right idea there.
Yeah,
just couldn't
no question.
Couldn't get the finish, unfortunately. Calling for it, thought about it. Gunner Alonzo swinging it. This is number 23, Adrian Brantley, and he knocks down the 3 in front of Owen Siva. Now a takeaway, and that's a 5-0 spurt for Leavenworth. Ivani Cheatham this time. I don't know what is going on over here, but meanwhile, still 5-0. Chieftains back-to-back turnovers, and Coach Simmons is going to have to take a quick timeout here, as are we. Try to get this thing figured out here. Back in 30 seconds.
Has your furnace left you out in the cold? Pipes plugged? Are you underwater with your water heater? If so, you'll be glad you called Ladd. Ladd Service Company in Tonganoxie has been your heating, cooling, and plumbing specialist since 1986. Ladd is your dealer for top quality brands like York, Aprilaire, and Wolverine Brass. Plus, they maintain and service all other brands. Schedule your appointment by calling 913-369-3509. Visit laddserviceco.com to see why you'll be glad you called Ladd.
Back live. Again, we apologize. The continuing camera cut in and out. Choosing a inopportune time to act up, if you will, Denny. I don't know what the problem is there, but hopefully we got it addressed. Meanwhile, turnover number 3, missing on the dunk. Lockley gets a partial block on it. And that'll be Chieftain basketball, and after all that, I think that's a good example of why coaches will say, Denny, just take the lay-in. Just take the surefire thing.
Yes, I agree.
Meanwhile, that's already turnover number 3 in this game for the Chieftains, and they're going to be making a pair of substitutions, the 3-2 combo with Bodie Maslak and Luke McRae. We had the 5-5 with Chloe Hendrickson and Adlin Johnson in the girls' game. Now Bodie and Luke are going to make their ways out on the floor. Seba and McGuire. So Chieftains going small with this lineup. Trying to find their footing right now.
They haven't even got it over half court yet.
Well, they had on the opening tip. Outside of that, you're right. It's been very hard. The winner of this game takes on top-seeded Atchison at the gym tomorrow. Loser will take on the 8-seed Wichita North squad. There's a drive and a kick, head fake. McRae to McRae off the glass for 2. How about the McRae combo?
There you go.
Let's do that. Lachlan to Luke there. Good way to get the scoring started for the Chieftains. Here's a 3 in the near corner. On the way and splash down money for A.J. Clark, his first. They just tee him up.
I don't know.
Officials discussing.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, they teed him up. Now I'm an advocate, well within the bounds of good sportsmanship, of course, but you make a big play like that, you're allowed to,
show
a little enthusiasm about it. I'm not sure if there was words that were directly said. I think you had the 3-point, the hand motion put up in the air by Clark, but he's talking with the official at midcourt and asking, what exactly did I do? She's explaining it to him, but it's free throws nonetheless at the other end for Lachlan McRae, so he's already got the assist. Now he gets his first points at the line. Taking his time, the Dark Knight knocks them both down. One of the top free throw shooters of the team at 77%, and the Chieftains off the 2 technical free throws will also get possession of the basketball. So just off that technical free throw alone, from what was once a 6-point lead, could dwindle down all the way to just 1 by the time Leavenworth gets possession of the basketball once again. How quickly things can just kind of turn on you. Luke McRae, his 3, it's up and good.
correction for 2.
Oh, foot on the line. Long 2. Still has the lead down to 2, but 3 on the way. No good. Luke Brewer gets the rebound. Chiefs trying to get some positive momentum coming back their way as Luke McCray is hammered and a foul comes in. I'll say they're going to let that go out and play.
Yeah.
We're in for a physical game here tonight. But instead, it'll be the first of the game on Gunnar Alonso. I would have been very, very surprised if that whistle did not come in. Another one thrown away. Lachlan trying to save it, and he collided with the Pioneer too hard. He did. So Lachlan will pick up his first. Despite the early surge from Leavenworth, it's still just a 2-point ball game as Tongi continues to try to find their footing. Chiefs won in the first round of the tournament last year. They beat Casey Schlegel. And there's an and 1 opportunity on the left side. The lay-in is good for Gunnar Alonso. First personal against Brewer, the 6'6 senior, tallest player on this Chieftain roster, and an and 1 opportunity for Gunnar Alonso, the senior for Leavenworth. He knocks it down. Continuing with this full court pressure as Bodie able to skip out of the double team, but Luke Brewer throws it away, trying to come to the near side of the scores table to Lachlan McCray, and it goes out of bounds, and there is turnover, number 4, Denny.
Yep. Turnover monster is rearing its head early for the Chieftains.
They started the game with 3 straight turnovers, too.
Yeah.
Alonso trying to direct some traffic, hands back to Brantley. He knocked a 3 down right there at the exact same spot, and he does it again. Adrian Brantley, 6 points, all from downtown. And just like that, the Pioneers back up to an 8-point lead. Pressure here once more, diving out on the deck. Maslak for the Chieftains, and you got Sheenham in there for the Pioneers, and it is Leavenworth basketball. And this is not the way you wanted to start this one if you're Tongi.
No, it is not.
Pioneers is 2-8 overall. They're 1-3 in road games this year, 1-5 in games at home. And they're 1-1 against other 4A schools. A loss against Atchison and a win against Lewisburg as another 3 splashes down. Adrian Brantley, he's going to be a problem from beyond the 3-point line tonight. Up the floor, and it's off the fingertips of Brewer. And for Coach Simmons, I think you got to take your second timeout, and he will. It is all Pioneers in this one, and the Leavenworth faithful giving a nice round of applause to their team. Loving what they're seeing. They're up 11, 17-6 over the Chieftains. 4:13 to go in this first quarter. Have you heard of Genesis Schools? Teaching students in preschool through 5th grade in Tonganoxie, Genesis offers smaller class sizes, individualized instruction, and a Christian worldview. Their mission is to exalt Christ by teaching and reinforcing biblical truths while producing well-rounded, educated young people who are equipped to serve God and others. For enrollment and tuition information, call 913-845-9498 or online at genesisschools.org. It's a lovely shot at the end of that last commercial, isn't it, Danny?
Yeah, it really is.
Welcoming our new sponsors here for the rest of this season and hopefully moving forward. Genesis Schools, located right here in Tonganoxie, offering education through preschool through 5th grade. So great working with the team at Genesis Schools, Carrie Lynn and everybody else and the kids. It's been great. Meanwhile, here in this game, it has been single-handedly taken over by Adrian Brantley. That's his 4th 3-ball. And all the momentum on the side of the Pioneers, they lead it 20-6. Chiefs have not been able, they haven't even really had a chance to find their footing yet, did he? As Brewers called for the offensive foul inside. And he has some words for the official as he makes his way down on the other end as he picks up his 2nd personal. You can be the judge here.
15 to Black and 35 Seaman.
I don't know.
He'll be taken out of the game, so he'll have to sit on the bench with Bodie Maslak for the time being. Under 3.5 to go in the first quarter. Brantley quickly passing off Alonzo back over to the far side. This three ball is short, and Owen Seba collects the rebound. Our last miss from Katavian Tolbert was that last missed three. Just a head full of steam. Alonzo Tolbert lost it, collided with McRae, gets his own juggle, and he puts it in for two. First bucket for Katavian Tolbert tonight. Chieftains going through the pressure. Luke McRae need a three, can't get it. Up the floor we go again. A.J. Clark with the basketball, and a whistle and a foul. It's going to come against Luke McRae for his first personal.
His first. Number 3, Davis in the game for Leavenworth.
$16-point lead for Leavenworth.
Chieftains made a stop.
Alonzo keeps, nobody follows him. Gunnar Alonzo can't get the finger roll. Bullet dodge there for the Chieftains. Here's Lachlan on the board, trying to go coast to coast, high off the glass. It's good. Lachlan McRae. He's got 4 of the 8 so far for the Chieftains. Understood you had a conversation with Lachlan either after the last game or sometime, Denny, as this three splash down.
Oh, wow.
Adrian Brantley is 5th from downtown. He's got 15. It's absurd as Harder hits the deck. My goodness. No whistle, so we keep playing. Seba, little floater too strong. Harder's tip in, no good. We'll close out that Lachlan McRae thought in here the next stoppage or appropriate time. Meanwhile, how about that? Clean block. Somebody finally got in on Brantley. That was Seba. That was a pure thud that you heard on the block. Thunk. How about that?
Somebody needs to get a hand in his face.
Yeah. Teams will make substitutions here, but you were telling me you had a chance. You were talking with Lachlan. You say definitely attracting some eyes and some college teams.
Oh yeah, no question. He's getting some offers. He's going to do some visits.
This one is taken away again by the Pioneers, and a chance to earn him at the line as contact on Cheatham will send him to the line. 6th turnover of the quarter.
Chieftains can't get out of their own way.
Cheatham at the line.
Free throws for Rayvani Cheatham. He knocks down his first. Bodie Maslak will come back in for the Chieftains. I'm going to be an advocate because you and I, we operate some games over at our Johnson County Community College channel. And would Lachlan McRae, would he not be a great fit for Rand Chapel and the men's team?
Yeah, I think
at Johnson County Community College.
Yeah, I think he really would.
Maybe in JCAA, if that's where he chooses to go, or if he ends up going there or not, I don't know. I would love to see him in the gold and navy blue of the Cavaliers. He'd do terrific stuff there. He'll do terrific stuff no matter where he goes. He's a heck of a ball player. But another and one opportunity this time. Katavian Tolbert.
That's good by Tolbert.
Pioneers in the bonus. And this is going to be the 3rd timeout of the quarter for the Chieftains. And this one will be a full timeout. Just 2 remaining for Coach Simmons and company. 29-8. We'll step aside. Back with more after this. When it comes to rehabilitation, despite what you're told, you can choose where you want to go. Physical Therapy Solutions in Tonganoxie is independently owned, allowing them to work with all doctors and insurance companies to ensure a smooth transition. They offer cutting-edge technological therapy treatments like focused shock waves and deep tissue laser therapy for more precise care to acute and chronic injuries. Contact Physical Therapy Solutions today and let them help you. Visit ptsolutionsks.com for more information.
For projects big or small, Southern Star asks you to always call 811 before you dig. It's free, easy, and keeps our community safe. After calling 811, a professional will use paint or flags to mark buried utility lines within a few days. And calling 811 is the law. Hitting underground lines can disrupt utility service and cause serious injury. Safety is in your hands. Every dig, every time.
With this free throw on the way for Tolbert, the senior, or the Pioneers, number 5, he can make it an even 30. Or the Pioneers, that's exactly what he does. Pioneers 3 for 3 at the line, all 3 and 1 opportunities. And it is 30-8 here in this first quarter. Harder for 3, no good. Here comes Leavenworth. Fast and furious up the floor. Quay Davis trying to slow things down, fresh into the game for head coach Drew Lineback. On another 3, no good. Pioneers definitely have had the hot hand from 3 tonight.
And they're getting all the rebounds.
Closing in on the final possessions, a turnover for Leavenworth. Lachlan gonna go through 3 different defenders, but he can't finish off the glass. A rebound for Cheatham, quickly hands off to Davis. And about a 2.5, 3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Cheatham's just 2 timeouts remaining for him, 3 of them being spent, 2 30s and a full in this first quarter for Coach Simmons. Back out to Clark. 5 on the shot clock. Davis. Open 3, good if it goes, but it's too strong, did not hit rim. That's a shot clock violation. And with 0.6 of a second, so first quarter is still on here, and as long as the Chieftains can get this inbounds in cleanly, maybe a chance for a quick little half court. Maybe just go Christian Leitner here. I mean, why not? Reichman to Seba, it's not enough time to do anything with that. And the first quarter for the Chieftains, it comes to an end, and they have some work to do over the next 3. 30-8, Pioneers take control.
Does your roof have possible storm damage? Looking to get solar panels? Or is it just simply time to get it inspected? That's where Balmer Roofing and Solar come into play. Balmer Roofing has a combined 40 years of experience with JAF Master Elite and Emerald Pro contractors. The Balmer family and their team are ready to give your house a brand new roof or solar panels at an affordable cost with a 50-year warranty. Life has mishaps and they want nothing but your customer satisfaction. Let them prove why so many of your neighbors choose Balmer for their roofing projects. To schedule a free inspection, call 913-845-5252 or visit them online at balmerroofing.com. Inviting, connecting, serving, and growing. That's Grounded Coffee House in downtown Tonganoxie. Enjoy the best cup of coffee in town 6 days a week and pair it with freshly made from scratch pastries, muffins, cinnamon rolls, and so much more. Plus, check out their beautiful event center, Grace Hall. Perfect for your next gathering, celebration, wedding, and party. All profits go towards local and international charitable projects and organizations. Drink local, support local at Grounded Coffee House. Place your order for dine-in or carry-out at groundedcoffeehousetonganoxie.org.
Second quarter action, or on coverage of tournament week, rolling along here. Winner of this game will get Atchison in the first game tomorrow. Loser will get Wichita North. So many Wichita schools out there, but I believe Wichita North, home of the Flying Aces, I think.
Yeah.
Don't hold me to that. I'll have to double check at halftime.
Well, it's an aviation town, so.
McGrady for 2.
And shot for Lachlan, so more points for him. He's got 6 of the 10 so far. You see Roman Holthouse in for the first time tonight for the Chieftains. He's been seeing his playing minutes get ramped up more and more over the last handful of games in the past couple of weeks. One freshman, 6'1", boatload of athleticism.
Oh, man.
No doubt about it. Now starting to get more and more varsity time. Man gets by him, and this one radically thrown right over to the Chieftain bench, and just avoiding a potential concussion has kept it harder, thankfully. You had the quick reflexes to get out of dodge there. It didn't help. I think Coach Simmons was kind of in front of him, too, so that got his vision off just enough. As soon as Simmons moved, it was like, oh, goodness, I better move. Nobody harmed in that last erratic throw. Threading the needle, but can't finish underneath Roman. Clapping his hands, knowing he should have finished that, too, and giving Lachlan that assist. Nice move inside, and another and one opportunity. This one for Gunnar Alonso.
Basket's good by Alonso. Fouls on McGuire. His second.
Second of the game on Nolan McGuire. Back to the line here for Gunnar Alonso. Houston fans trying to disrupt as much as they can. It hasn't worked yet. That's Gunnar Alonso's second and one play. He's got 6. And this one thrown right to the hands, right back to Alonso. And right back to the free throw line he'll go.
That's going to be on Seba.
Fouls on Seba. His first. Alonso at the line.
At least you don't give them the 2. You're going to make them earn them here. Pioneers haven't missed, still haven't missed the free throw line yet. Brody Maslak will check back in, and Seba highly frustrated. You see assistant coach Riley Beach trying to talk him down, shed some confidence into the young junior, 6'4" junior. It's been a frustrating start, no doubt, in this ball game for the Chieftains, down 25, and another turnover. It's going to be double-digit turnovers by the time the second quarter wraps up. Pioneers have been able to do just about anything and everything they want to do. As Brantley is just off on the glass, a rebound underneath, eventually wrestled away by Nolan McGuire up the floor. He finds Lachlan, and Lachlan will lay it in. And Lachlan McRae continues to provide the scoring, 8 of the 12. Back again. This one swatted by Alonso. Holthouse running right into the back of Tolbert, trying to track down that loose ball. Teammates trying to coach him up out there. Jack Reichman, another young player out there for the Chieftains. Luke McRae, Kipton Harder will come in. There with Bodie Maslak and Lachlan McRae. Lachlan, the only upperclassman out there. Everybody else, sophomores are under. Catch and shoot, 3 on the near side, too strong. Rebound by the Dark Knight. I don't know if Lachlan can dunk yet, as Luke McRae is going to have the 3 and a chance to go to the line and earn 3. But I just want one chance for Lachlan to try to dunk it, just so I can see the Dark Knight rises.
Yes.
Just one time. I don't know.
Awesome.
I don't know if he's got that in his arsenal or not, but as athletic as he is, he can probably do it.
Yeah, he's only 5'11", though.
Yeah, he can do it. He might be able to do it. Maybe one of these times. I don't know. We'll see. Here's 3 free throws for his brother, Luke. Gets the first one to rattle in. It's the second trip for the Chieftains tonight. Lachlan was there. He knocked down 2. This is 3 for Luke. Fouled on that last 3 shot by number 1, Jamarian Jefferson. How about that? So you can see it's also an old-fashioned 3-point play.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, to knock down 3 free throws.
In a kind of sort of way, not exactly, but 3 made free throws. That'll do. As Lachlan outmanned here, 3-1. Jefferson getting down on the floor, trying to wrestle it away from Lachlan. He's being helped up by his teammates, and a jump ball will be at this end with Leavenworth.
Yeah, Chieftains lose the possession.
Right through the hands of Alonso, but quickly on the recovery is Clark. To Brantley. 5 made three-point baskets for Brantley. Now the Pioneers getting bit by the turnover bug. Here comes McRae back the other way. Lachlan able to lay it in. And we're going to see a timeout taken here by Leavenworth. There's no such thing as a 20-point basket in this game, Denny.
No,
it's
there
just
is
1
not.
point, 1 bucket at a time.
Chip away.
Lachlan now has 10. Chieftains are within 18.
At Kansas Insurance, we know one size doesn't fit all. In fact, our whole mindset is based on customized policies for you and your families. We're local, and we do what we do because we care about you. Think of us as brokers for your insurance needs. Working with Kansas Insurance gets you the award-winning service and attention to detail that only an independent agency can provide. All across Kansas, we're here to help you manage and plan for all types of risk. Contact a local agent today. Kansas Insurance. Local, independent, serving you.
30-second timeout taken by Coach Lineback of the Pioneers. Things keep this way right now for Leavenworth. They'll be on their way to picking up their 3rd win to go to 3-8 overall. Although the Chieftains have maybe found something here, getting a little aggressive, pesky defense, getting some turnovers, catching them in for points at the other end. Lachlan McRae 10 of the 17, and he has the Chieftains within 18 right now. Still some more work to be done. As they pass out of the zone, the 3-ball on the way, can't knock it in, but a board underneath by Cheatham. He goes up strong and finishes.
Wow.
And
Went up through 2 defenders there.
Showing some serious strength is Ravani Cheatham. Not 1, but 2 defenders, like you mentioned, Denny. Here's Harder, a little short on the floater. Push in the back, it's going to go against Tonganoxie, and it will go, I believe that's Bodie Maslag. As Bodie picks up number 2. More substitutions being made for Leavenworth. We see Isaac Butter, the 6-foot junior, check in. Not too often you see Butter as a last name.
No.
A nickname, sure, but the last name, no. Cheatham at the baseline, dribbles right to Holthaus, puts it on the deck, and Luke McRae there to scoop it up for the Chieftains. Defensive effort starting to be better here for Tongi. Luke for 3, you bet! And a nice little fist bump to himself as he comes back on the other end of the floor to get back on defense.
Yeah, this 2-1-2 zone has been working better for the Chieftains.
Luke McRae now a new season high 10 points just met in this first half. Chieftains trying to claw back into this one within 17. Here's Butter on the 3. No good. Harder on the rebound.
Chieftains doing a better job of handling the pressure right now.
Maslag trying to go coast to coast. It goes to Holthaus. His shot no good. It was knocked out of the hands of Bodie. Roman was there to collect. Tried to go up with it to finish for 2, but he couldn't. Butter again on the left wing. Still no. Got to get it across the timeline here as Lachlan just avoids the violation. Was closing in on the final seconds. Lachlan catch and shoot. 3. Won't go. Holthaus aboard underneath.
Yes.
Holthaus going up strong. First points tonight for Roman. Inside, kick out, 3 on the way, and splashdown for Clyde Davis.
Clyde Davis for 3.
Well, a much needed 3 in the case of the Pioneers, maybe trying to let this momentum spurt for the Chieftains die out a little bit. Holthaus and Alonzo get tangled up. It's 4-on-4, back the other way, and free throws coming up for number 4, Cheatham, as he's going to be going back to the line. Second foul by Luke McRae.
Cheatham at the line.
Got the notification on the weather app says noticeably cooler in your area tomorrow. Only about 10 degrees Fahrenheit. You think? With this weather that's going to be rolling in over the next 24 plus hours or so. Denny, did you go to the store? Did you get your bread, your milk, your
all
eggs?
Stocked up, partner.
All stocked up, ready to go. That's good. Wife and I did just the same earlier today. Second free throw for Cheatham is good. Winter weather wreaking havoc on the traditional 3-day format of the Tonga Invitational Basketball Tournament. As all his Saturday games being moved up to be all played tomorrow. It's going to be a long day here. Tomorrow morning all through the evening here at Tonganoxie High School. And class is still in session tomorrow too. That's going to be a lot of fun. Get here early if you want a good parking spot.
Yeah, unless they call it off.
No, class will be in session. They already said
class will be in session.
It's in.
Okay.
The exception of the student athletes.
Yeah, I think the storm's coming in Friday night.
Yep. I think between 8, 9, maybe 10 o'clock. So it's a little over 24 hours or so from now.
That's way off. Oh, that thing took a right-hand turn on the way to the basket. I swear.
Oh, three-pointer number 6, and the lay-in no good on the steal from Butter. I need to butter that rim up a little bit more to get a bucket to go in for him. Hasn't happened yet. Here's McGuire. That one's good. Gets a little floater over A.J. Clark. Nolan McGuire gets his first points of the night. Pioneers still in control. They lead by 20. Final minute. There's a three for Butter. Brewer able to Euro step around. Gets the pass to Harder, but it's no good. And A.J. Clark will let that one go out of bounds as Lachlan trying to coach up his team out there to settle in, try to find any positive momentum in this game. We see the entire coaching staff, for everybody that comes out and comes over to the bench, every coach coming up and just trying to give it the notion of like, just take a deep breath, try to relax. You're playing, it's a little too out in front of you right now. Playing a little too fast. You can do that, and it's not good. We want final chances for points in this first half. Butter trying to go back-to-back threes. He can't. Rebound, Alonzo had it, but it's swooped away by Maslak. Here 10 to go. Luke to Luke, but nobody home. McRae trying to feed it to Brewer. Another turnover for the Chieftains, and Alonzo all by himself will lay it in. That's 10 points in this first half for Alonzo. Multiple Pioneers in double figures, and that brings this first half to an end with the Pioneers a point shy of 50, 49-24. Big lead over the Chieftains. We'll talk about it more coming up in the White Birch Property halftime show.
Stop by the scorer's table.
For a winning team, contact White Birch Properties, the real estate MVP.
Tonganoxie is the ideal location to start a business. That's why the Tonganoxie Business Association has strived towards a common goal of adding value to businesses and the community since 2015. They assist in providing improved services for customers and visitors, encouraging and enhancing businesses, and preserving historical and cultural assets. Follow them on Instagram for the latest and upcoming event information, and become a member today by visiting their website, tonganoxiebusinessassociation.com. Proud supporters of Chieftain Athletics.
The Tonganoxie Recreation Commission is committed to creating community through parks, people, and programs. And now, with their all-new activity center, the Tonganoxie Rec Commission can do even more. Tongi Rec understands the benefits reaped through recreation are endless. Tongi Rec has a long list of classes, activities, and programs for the young and young at heart. For program pricing and schedules, call 913-845-3502. Visit them at the all-new activity center at the Tonganoxie High West campus or go to tongirec.org.
Family-owned and operated Wizard of Paws is a fifth-generation business located in the heart of downtown Tonganoxie. The professionally trained staff takes pride in making every dog and cat look its best, whether it be to breed-specific trim or an adorable, cute pet trim. Plus, their facility offers amenities and space that are doggone amazing. Call Wizard of Paws to make your appointment at 913-416-0255 or visit them at 406 East 4th Street in Tonganoxie. Learn more at wizardofpawstongi.com.
Your one stop for beauty and relaxation. That's the Beauty Bar, Salon, and Spa in downtown Tonganoxie, offering services for men's and women's haircuts, facial waxing, tanning, makeup, bridal services, and more. Their team is dedicated to providing a memorable experience for each guest. From vibrant styles and colors to soothing massages, they have everything you need to look and feel amazing. To make an appointment, call 913-347-2957 or visit them at 414 East 4th Street in Tonganoxie.
Bring the spirit in our different events.
Man, not the pregame show. The White Birch Property Realty Executives halftime show. White Birch Properties and their team are ready to help you buy or sell that next house and lead you to success in the real estate game. Visit them at 1203 State Avenue, Suite B in Tonganoxie, or call 913-417-1007. And it's a halftime score. Pioneers 49, Chieftains 24. And this is like what you and I like to say, Denny, in a first half for the stats, you really tell the score, and that tells almost the entirety of the story of that first half.
Yeah, no question, partner. It was 17 turnovers by the Chieftains, and the Pioneers were able to turn those into 25 points. So it's 25-5 on points off turnovers. So that's the difference in your game. Almost 50% of Leavenworth's points come off of Tongi turnovers.
You got that. You got the three-point shooting so far. The Pioneers went 9 of 19, 47% from three. 27 points from three-point range compared to just 3. The one made three-point basket for Tongi, 1 of 5 on attempts. For a part of that first quarter, it felt like Bradley was the one. I mean, he made like his first 3 or 4 attempted, and it was just like, man, this is. Yeah. It was like a flashback to the Ottawa game. I feel like it was like, well, man, we're gonna be shooting it this well. I mean, good luck. But right now for the Chieftains, it just haven't. You paired the hot shooting with the 17 turnovers. Yeah. That's just not a good recipe to try to get it done. Looking at the point totals, you got Lachlan with Luke McRae with 10. Actually, the lead scorer for the Chieftains at the half, Luke McRae, 10 points for him, 1 rebound. He's on 3 of 4 shooting from the field and 1 of 2 from three-point range. 2 for Nolan McGuire, 2 for Roman Holthouse and Bodie Maslak, and 8 for Lachlan McRae. So 18 of the 24 points have been scored by McRae, either Luke or Lachlan, so far tonight. For Leavenworth, a lot of players in scoring figures so far. Davis with 3, Cheatham with 7, 5 for Tolbert, 3 for Clark, 3 for Butter, 18 for Adrian Brantley, and all of them have been from three-point range. 6 of 8 shooting from three-point range for Adrian Brantley. Unreal stuff. 10 points for Gunnar Alonzo, and a perfect 4 for 4 performance for him at the free throw line. You checking your raffle ticket? You didn't win, did you?
I didn't win, but it was a good donation. It was for
flashbacks.
Yeah, for flashbacks.
Yep, Team Tongi out here. It sounds like they're going to be here for the tournament.
Yeah, sounds like
so
it. So
Kayla Gilbert and crew, stop by and see her and the team at Team Tongi at the raffle table. Buy your raffle tickets and support all the proceeds going to the flashbacks group. Debbie and Tuda Conrad and the rest of that group, that team, trying to help them bounce back from the fire. And we're always thinking about you guys here on Tonganoxie Sports Live. 49-24, Pioneers a halftime lead. We'll be back with more in the White Birch Property halftime show after this.
Shop local and save at Brothers Market in Tonganoxie, where we treat you like family. Brothers Market has great everyday deals throughout the store. Enjoy fresh cut steaks from the meat department, the freshest fruits and vegetables from the produce aisle, and savor the flavors from the bakery. Check out their weekly ad to get the best deals on what you need. From apples to aspirin, Cool Whip to cool crisp lettuce. Brothers Market, open daily. Learn more at shopbrothersmarket.com.
A great collision on the field? Awesome. An awesome collision on the road? Not so great. If that bad play does come your way, take your car to S&S Auto and Body Shop in Tonganoxie. S&S has been the area's premier auto collision repair center since 1972, working on all makes and models, glass replacement, bumper repair, fiberglass and plastic, color matching, and so much more. And they work with all insurance companies. Get your ride back in the game and learn more at snsautoandbody.com or call 913-369-3193.
When it comes to rehabilitation, despite what you're told, you can choose where you want to go. Physical therapy solutions in Tonganoxie like focused shock waves and deep tissue laser therapy for more precise care to acute and chronic injuries. Contact Physical Therapy Solutions today and let them help you. Visit ptsolutions.ks.com for more information.
At Kansas Insurance, we know one size doesn't fit all. In fact, our whole mindset is based on customized policies for you and your families. We're local, and we do what we do because we care about you. Think of us as brokers for your insurance needs. Working with Kansas Insurance gets you the award-winning service and attention to detail that only an independent agency can provide. All across Kansas, we're here to help you manage and plan for all types of risk. Contact a local agent today. Kansas Insurance. Local, independent, serving you.
Have you heard of Genesis Schools? Teaching students in preschool through 5th grade in Tonganoxie, Genesis offers smaller class sizes, individualized instruction, and a Christian worldview. Their mission is to exalt Christ by teaching and reinforcing biblical truths while producing well-rounded, educated young people who are equipped to serve God and others. For enrollment and tuition information, call 913-845-9498 or online at genesisschools.org.
More toppings, more taste, more value. Gambino's Pizza. You're gonna love it. Taste mouth-watering flavors in our new chicken bacon ranch pizza. Bring a crowd to feast on our 11 toppings mobster pizza. Pizzas with quality meats and a 100% real cheese, like our triple tasty seasoned sausage cravers pizza. Try favorites like pastas, calzones, sandwiches, appetizers, salads, and desserts. More toppings, more taste, more value. Gambino's Pizza. You're gonna love it.
At Fort Scott Community College, we understand that a scary part of figuring out your future isn't only answering the question, what should I do, but where do I belong? Maybe you belong here, preparing for a career in healthcare as part of Fort Scott Community College's nursing program. Or maybe you belong on stage as part of the Hounds band or theater department. I don't know where you've been or where you're headed, but I know we're saving a spot for you because you belong at Fort Scott Community College.
The same look and location of a classic drugstore with the services and supplies of a modern pharmacy. That's what you'll find at the Downtown Drug Store in Tonganoxie. Of course, Downtown Drug is the local choice for your prescriptions and health needs, but did you know they have the best selection of Tonganoxie Pride and Chieftain game day gear in town? And a whole lot more. Cards, gifts, home decor, and even the best way to satisfy that sweet tooth. The Downtown Drug Store. Call 913-369-3800 or visit them online at thedowntowndrugstore.com.
Third quarter action as you were watching the White Birch Property Realty Executives halftime show. 49-24. Pioneers have been in control of this one. They forced 3 straight turnovers off the Chieftains to start the game. Cashed it in for 7 points and haven't looked back since. As Holthouse underneath with the jump ball, that'll be in favor of Leavenworth. So Holthouse, McGuire, Seba, and both McRae's, Luke and Lachlan, the 5 out for Tongi. Dylan Funk and Dennis Drennan here as we are getting a better scope of our plans for tomorrow, Denny, as it looks like if things don't change in the second half for the Chieftains, if they lose, they will play Wichita North. It'll be a 9 o'clock start here tomorrow morning inside Chieftain Arena. We'll have a game in between that one and the girls game, who they will play at noon against Olathe south. North, south.
Another turnover for the Chieftains.
And it leads to more points as Cheatham gets the N1 chance. Turnover number 18 of the ball game for Tongi. More free throws for Cheatham. I think the Pioneers, they were nearly perfect from the free throw line, I feel, in that 89%, 8 of 9 shooting. And Cheatham gets his own miss, takes it away. Short on the glass, goes up strong. The effort won't go. Holthouse trying to get an offensive board. Oh my goodness.
And they're letting it play.
What an absurd sequence that was. Fourth or fifth chance. I lost count in that mix. And it still won't lead to any points for Leavenworth. Seba finally corralling the board for Tongi.
Chieftains just can't afford empty possessions. They want to try and get back in this game.
I said Olathe South or Olathe North. Olathe East. I had 4 chances. And I missed every single one of them. You know, with those Olathe schools, you can go out there and just kind of, you just open a compass and just be like, all right.
There's even a Northwest.
There's a Northwest out there, yep. Home of the Ravens. Our colleague of Varsity Sports Live, Matt Jones. Current administrator at Olathe Northwest. Also helps out with the wrestling team there from time to time. As back the other way, missing. The flush, the trail behind is good. I believe that was Alonzo on the putback. A missed dunk. That was Keyshawn King, and that's the second time the Pioneers have gone for a dunk, and they've missed both of them. Roman Holthouse with the board underneath. And again, another perfect example. While the dunks are flashy, they get the highlight clips, but you take those lay-ins and you take the near guarantee points. As this is batted to Cheatham, nobody around him, and he will lay in another bucket. He's got 12. It is a 31-point lead. Stays this way. We will have a running clock going in the fourth quarter. And we will be calling it quits early here. A layup, no good.
Can't miss those. You're trying to claw your way back.
Cheatham with the jab step, picks up his dribble. Surveying for options, he finds the Brantley, hot hand of Brantley. This time he'll drive it in. That's his first 2-point basket tonight. He's got 20. First 18 coming from 3-point range, 6 of 8 shooting in the first half from downtown. Here's Holthouse, denied inside by Alonzo.
Twice.
Drive in, Cheatham, another finish with the left hand. For the Chieftains, they're just running out of answers right now. Fourth of 5 timeout being taken here for Simmons and the Chieftains. 1 remaining. It's a full timeout as we step aside. You're watching Chieftain basketball on Tonganoxie Sports Live.
First State Bank and Trust is with you wherever you are with complete online banking. Cheering on the Chieftains once again, why not pay your bills online? Waiting on your kiddos to get out of school? Seems like a good time to make a transfer. Or how about making a deposit from here? Back in the gym for another night? Why not get an e-statement while you cheer on Tongi? And of course, at First State Bank and Trust, you can always bank from right here. Come on in and see us and get your very own Chieftain card. To learn more about all the great ways to bank with First State Bank and Trust, go to firststateks.com. Midwest Chiropractic Center is a friendly and caring clinic providing comprehensive care for your chiropractic, rehabilitative, and fitness needs. Upon entering one of our offices, you are treated like family. The staff cares about your health, and their approach to care proves it. With 3 locations in Tonganoxie, Lansing, and Bonner Springs, plus some Saturday hours, Midwest Chiropractic Center is dedicated to offering affordable, gentle chiropractic care. Midwest Chiropractic Center, getting you back to active.
And all Leavenworth in this one. 2-8 overall Pioneers up 61-26 over the 2-9 overall Chieftains of Tonganoxie. Dylan Funk and Dennis Drennan here inside Chieftain Arena. Looking over as a 3-ball from Harder. No good off the back heel. Looking over to our right, see the coaching staff of Atchison over the Phoenix, the number 1 seed of this tournament. They get the winner of this one tonight, and they are getting their scouting report in as all signs are pointing towards the Leavenworth Pioneers and the Atchison Phoenix going to be crossing paths with one another. That could be an excellent ball game.
Could be a good
tomorrow.
one. Chieftains back in that zone defense.
There's a 3, needs the bank, but it doesn't go. Rebound underneath, Cheatham. That one did not hit rim, but it still works out nonetheless for Ivani Cheatham. Another rebound for Leavenworth. Up the floor, Lachlan to Luke can't get the up and under finish as multiple players collide. 3 Chieftains to 1 Pioneer. It's Gunnar Alonzo in there with Maslak, Harder, and Luke McCrae. Looks like nobody was hurt. Chieftains did get a foul picked up. It goes against Maslak for his 3rd. As Butter checks back in for Leavenworth. You know, looking ahead, if it is Atchison and Leavenworth, we will actually get to watch that game in between our bracket. It'll be at 10:30 tomorrow morning, so we'd have the Chieftains and Wichita North, and then Atchison and Leavenworth, and then to follow it up on the girls bracket, we'll have the Chieftains and the Olathe East Hawks. As here comes Lachlan back the other way. Leavenworth wants to travel, not going to get it, and Lachlan now has 12 on the night. Brantley for 3, in and out. Haven't said that a whole lot about him tonight from 3-point range, that's for sure. Bodie cuts into his left, leaves it short, batted out of bounds. Last off of Lachlan, they say, not to Tolbert. That is Pioneer basketball. A.J. Clark checks back in, as does Owen Seba for the Chieftains. 3:02 to play in this 3rd quarter. If the margin stays 30 or beyond, we will have the running clock on in the 4th quarter. Once it gets it, Davis 3 is no good, just off to the left and a little strong on the back heel. Another rebound for Luke McCrae as the Pioneers continue to swarm around. The Chieftains making life hard. Luke Brewer passing out of a near triple team. Up the floor to Seba on the left wing. Thought about it, steps back, takes the 3, can't knock it down, and a rebound by Butter. Owen thought about driving in, but he said, hey, I got the space, might as well. We can use some 3-point baskets, just couldn't knock it down. There's Davis on the left wing with space, but he will go across the court to Butter. Saw him coming out during warm-ups as he turns it over here. Butter made, what'd you say, 6 or 7 straight made threes?
7 in a row.
As Lachlan collides hard with the stanchion, a loud thud echoing throughout the arena here. Good to see he's okay. He had a head of steam.
Good thing that thing's padded.
Mm-hmm. It's just what I was thinking. Driscoll's continuing to talk it out here, and I got everything sorted out. McGuire will inbound. Luke McCrae on the receiving end. Back to McGuire in the near corner. Tight defense. Throw across to Reichman. Leaves his feet to get that pass down. Hands back to Luke McCrae. 25 on the shot clock in County. Still plenty of time. Seba on the right wing. Drives in. Acrobatic shot. No good. But an offensive board by Jack Reichman, who takes the 3 on the near side. That one no good either. It's batted out of bounds. Seba and Butter were fighting for it. And it's last out on Butter. And for Seba, I think he's just asking to come. Seba was just walking right over to the bench and just saying, take me out. It's been a frustrating night for Owen for sure, as for everybody for the Chieftains, but I don't know. Seba will go to the bench and might be there for a little bit. We'll see when he comes back in next.
I'm not sure if he not feeling well or what.
Yeah, that's hard to tell. Maybe with him and Butter underneath trying to go for that loose ball just a few seconds ago. Maybe just took a shot to the chest, or I don't know if he got winded. I don't know.
And they call this a non-contact sport.
Who calls this a non-contact sport?
Well, that's supposed to be.
People. Some people do. I mean, I know
That's the way Naismith designed it.
I know the way growing up. I definitely didn't play it as a non-contact sport. There's a reason I didn't play basketball much higher than rec league. 7th grade, that was the highest I ever got in my basketball years. Outside of that, it was no dice. Didn't have it in the cards for me. I always remember Coach Mall telling me in rec ball, you can't tackle these guys like it's football, son. You gotta.
I love Coach Mall.
One of the many legendary faces and names here at Tonganoxie.
Yeah, I've known Mark Mall since he moved to Tonganoxie and started teaching. I played against and with him in a lot of competitive softball games.
There's a 3 from McGuire. That's good.
Yeah. There we go.
Yeah, most people, definitely for Mark Mall, going to know him from either from his teaching or if you played rec, anything. He might even did some umpiring for baseball or softball. Maybe, I don't know.
I'm sure he did.
But you definitely saw him out there. He was a substitute teacher for one of my algebra teachers when I was a junior. I had him for like over a semester in my junior year of high school here, and he was my algebra 2 teacher. Phenomenal. I learned a lot from him. 3 on the shot clock, got to put it up. A.J. Clark can't knock down the 3, and Harder on the rebound for the Chieftains, and all alone Luke McCrae back the other way, who lays it in. And the Chieftains with a little bit of momentum to close out this third quarter. Pull-up 3 is no good from A.J. Clark, and we will head to the fourth. 63-34, Leavenworth with the lead. Chieftains some positive momentum here at the end of the third as we step aside.
Hi, do you offer insurance bundling?
Enter authentication code to start transaction.
Where would I get the code?
Please enter code.
Okay. Sometimes humans are just more helpful.
Wrong.
Let's talk about bundling and see if there are other ways for you to save with a super check.
That sounds great.
Here, take a look.
Farm Bureau Financial Services. It's your future. Let's protect it.
Contact Farm Bureau agent Tex Vandervoort in Tonganoxie today.
At Fort Scott Community College, we understand that a scary part of figuring out your future isn't only answering the question, what should I do, but where do I belong? Maybe you belong here as part of Fort Scott Community College's John Deere Tech program. Maybe you belong here as part of the perennial playoff-bound Greyhound baseball team. I don't know where you've been or where you're headed, but I know we're saving a spot for you because you belong at Fort Scott Community College.
Three down, 1 to go here. Final seconds. It's a 29-point lead for Leavenworth over the Chieftains to start this fourth quarter. Fan of the game shooting contest going on, getting ready to get play started. We take another quick look at the boys bracket, how things are starting to shape up right now. It'll be Atchison, and right now with the 29-point lead going into the fourth quarter, it looks like it's going to be Leavenworth to move on in the winner's side to play here in Chieftain Arena. The Chieftains will go and take on Wichita North. It'll be an early roll call for us tomorrow, 9 a.m. start here on Tonganoxie Sports Live as we plan to bring you that game and the girls' game that'll be playing at noon between Tonganoxie and
Olathe East.
I really need to nail this down of which Olathe school we have. There's so many different parts and aspects to the whole tournament game and the process and the broadcasting. I can't remember which Olathe school we're playing tomorrow, and it's driving me nuts. It is East, so you were right. The Olathe East Hawks. So we will see tomorrow at noon. expect to see the Wichita North, I believe, Flying Aces tomorrow morning in the boys contest. Redhawks. Wichita North Redhawks. So that's it. Off on the direction for Olathe, off on the mascot for Wichita. And Butter knocks down another 3. And that takes this game over the 30-point threshold. So expect the running clock to go into effect here. Lachlan trying to answer on the other end, and he is able to. Lachlan McRae, and despite the underwhelming performance of the team, just 37 points put up right now. It's been a nice 15-point night for Lachlan.
And Luke McRae have done the damage.
25 of the 37 combined between those two. Butter for 3 again.
I told you, I saw him hit 7 in a row.
It's like warm-ups all over again.
Yeah.
We had the perfect angle of that. As soon as it left his hands, it looked like it was going to be in and good, and Seba picks up the offensive foul. And we saw Seba leave the game in the third quarter, was really frustrated, kind of subbed himself out of the game. He's back out there. Now he picks up the charge.
A tough night for Owen.
Number 11 will be into the game for Leavenworth.
You can see the frustration is all over his face, and just for everybody. This is not, I don't think there's anybody out there in white that's having a good time in this game necessarily.
Look like
this was a game that I think a lot expected to be highly competitive in a matchup of two teams that were really struggling and desperate for a win. And for Leavenworth, they've out-hustled the Chieftains at times. They definitely have outshot the Chieftains from three-point range.
Oh, yeah.
That one's just deflected. Getting a piece of Seba. Roman Holthouse going down to the floor as he gets tangled up with a Pioneer that is.
I look forward to watching that young man develop on the basketball court. We've already seen what he can do on the football field.
Yeah, he's got a lot of athleticism, a boatload of it. And
yes, he does.
He's going to be a lot of fun to watch grow and develop right in front of our eyes in the years to come, no doubt about it.
Harry, that young man has no fear. No stage is too big for him.
Full timeout taken here by Leavenworth. We'll take it with them. We'll be back.
Hey, you ready to go to my mom's?
Well, I can't go today. I have to mow. It's probably going to take all day.
Well, that's too bad. Don't work too hard.
Dixie Chopper. Speed when you need it.
See the full lineup at hersinc.net. Call 913-247-3530 or just stop on by.
At Fort Scott Community College, we understand that a scary part of figuring out your future isn't only answering the question, what should I do, but where do I belong? Maybe you belong here, studying animal science or learning about farm and ranch management. Maybe you belong here as part of Hounds Hoops on the hardwood. I don't know where you've been or where you're headed, but I know we're saving a spot for you because you belong at Fort Scott Community College.
And running clock coming out of this timeout should be in effect as the inbounds play going awry as Noah Flanders hits the deck. It's off his back. It rolls out of bounds, and that clock continues to run. So we are going to be wrapping up our coverage here tonight within the next 5 minutes or so. And one segment for the Brothers Market postgame show. Wrap up the results and coverage from today. We'll be back at it early tomorrow morning. Expect there to be 3 games, I think tomorrow is what we're probably going to be looking at. 4 if everybody stays here inside Chieftain Arena. We're going to get here at 9. We know we got the first 2 here in Chieftain Arena, and we're going to stay here in Chieftain Arena. So if somebody falls over into the auxiliary gym, we're going to stick with the team here inside Chieftain Arena. That one being if you're playing in the auxiliary gym, more than likely it's going to be the 7th place game for the boys, which they might have a huddle camera in the aux gym. I don't know, but we'll be here following the girls along. Rebound underneath for Flanders. Basically the JV squad in for Leavenworth right now, and a bucket is up and in. Number 0, who is not listed on the William is the name given out. Got a nice ovation from his teammates on the bench, so it must be a big moment for him. Harder quickly gives back to Holthouse. Off the glass, no good. Pioneers back the other way with it. An opportunity for some of these JV players getting out, trying to get some points, make some noise here at the varsity level. Pioneers have put up 70 plus tonight. 71 total. And it held the Chieftains at just 37. It has been a offensive clinic, no doubt about it. We mentioned the three-point shooting at the 9 made threes in that first half. They were out, as far as points from three-point range, it was 27 to 3 in that first half alone. Let me double check my math on that one, make sure that's actually correct. 3-point, 27 to 3 in favor of Leavenworth. And again, you paired that, they forced 17 turnovers. It's definitely over 20 for the Chieftains in the second half when it's all going to be said and done. I mean, just those two things combined, it's
tough to win a ball
really
game.
Very, very tough. Very tough to win. Luke McRae. Hey! Never apologize for a made 3, right?
No.
33 Brown into the game for Leavenworth.
He used almost every part of the rim and even a top piece of the backboard about as high up as it could go without being called a dead ball.
You know it's your night when that one falls.
Uh-huh. Is that for Luke? He's had a night. 13 points for him tonight. It's already a new season high in points. His previous was 9 or 8 coming into tonight, so he's already met that margin and then some. Running lay-in good, Aiden Labina. Reichman to Harder, Kipton for 3, and he can't knock it down, but Jack Reichman, a chance for points, and he can't get it. So Jack didn't play Friday against Spring Hill. He's been held scoreless in every game so far. He was so close to collecting his first basket of the season, but coming just off instead as we got about 90 seconds left in this one.
Fouls on Holthouse.
Again, we'll have 2 broadcasts for you guys tomorrow. We'll have the boys game in the morning. That'll be 1 broadcast. We'll take a break in between. Atchison and Leavenworth will play in between, and then we'll have the girls game at noon. And then from there, depending on if the boys win, they're going to be going over to the auxiliary gym. So I think just 1 boys game tomorrow, and then we will stick with the girls. We're either playing in the championship game tomorrow night or in the 3rd place game a little bit later on tomorrow afternoon. What a chance for Coach Eckert and his team. 9-point win for the Lady Chieftains against the Lady Pioneers. 50-41 was the final. In a game that by far wasn't the prettiest for the Lady Chieftains by far, but
no. Sometimes you got to win ugly.
Just still enough for come away with the win. You take on what's expected to be a solid Olathe East squad tomorrow, and if you make it to the championship game, expect either Eudora or St. James Academy to be waiting for you. As Harder gets the rattle in 3 here at the end. First points of the night for Kipton, and Leavenworth getting the signal from Coach Lineback to just say dribble it out. This one's done and over. And this one will come to an end. Back-to-back 30-point home losses for the Chieftains. This one 73-43 final score.
Final score, Leavenworth 73, Tonganoxie 43.
We are going to take a quick break here. We'll be back, announce a counter-bring player of the game, give you final stats, preview the matchups for tomorrow, and break it down here on this Thursday night here on Talking Sports Live. Back in a moment.
your one stop for beauty and relaxation. That's the Beauty Bar, Salon, and Spa in downtown Tonganoxie, offering services for men's and women's haircuts, facial waxing, tanning, makeup, bridal services, and more. Their team is dedicated to providing a memorable experience for each guest. From vibrant styles and colors to soothing massages, they have everything you need to look and feel amazing. To make an appointment, call 913-347-2957 or visit them at 414 East 4th Street in Tonganoxie.
Midwest Chiropractic Center is a friendly and caring clinic providing comprehensive care for your chiropractic, rehabilitative, and fitness needs. Upon entering one of our offices, you are treated like family. The staff cares about your health, and their approach to care proves it. With 3 locations in Tonganoxie, Lansing, and Bonner Springs, plus some Saturday hours, Midwest Chiropractic Center is dedicated to offering affordable, gentle chiropractic care. Midwest Chiropractic Center, getting you back to active.
Back in the Brothers Market post-game show. You can check out the weekly ads and specials in-store or online at shopbrothersmarket.com. Final score 73-43, Leavenworth with the victory. So the Chieftains overall tonight, they split with Leavenworth. The girls get the 9-point win. The boys take the 30-point loss. And now we can take one final look at the bracket as we know what is ahead of us going into tomorrow. So on the boys' side, we know for a fact they will play here in Chieftain Arena, a 9 a.m. start for them, early morning roll call.
Oh, yeah.
For us tomorrow. It'll be a matchup with Tongi and Wichita North, the Chieftains and the Red Hawks. The winner of that game will go on to play in the 5th place game in the auxiliary gym tomorrow at 4:30. Again, no Saturday games, everything being moved up to tomorrow to avoid the hazardous winter weather coming in on Saturday into Friday night. If the Chieftains lose, then they will play in the Aux Gym still at 3 o'clock in the 7th place game. So tomorrow we will only cover for the boys the game at 9 in the morning against Wichita North. Regardless if they win or lose, Chieftains will be playing in the Aux Gym. We're going to be here inside Chieftain Arena, and that is how that will go. For the girls bracket, one more look at that. Chieftains got the win. They take on Olathe East here inside Chieftain Arena Friday at noon. So we'll have that for you, and then depending on how that game goes, they will either play at 4:30 or 7:30, 3rd place game or championship game. We'll just have to wait and see. But that is all the action we'll have for you coming up tomorrow. Looking at the stats here for tonight, again, the final score pretty much tells you everything you need to know, but a performance did stand out from the rest, and that was Luke McCray, as he has announced the County Brewing Player of the Game. County Brewing congratulates Luke on being named Player of the Game. Rooted in the community, brewed for the journey. See what's brewing today at County Road Brewing in Tonganoxie. And in a game, Denny, it wasn't going right for the Chieftains. Pretty much from the opening tip or so, that opening possession. Right. A lot going against them, but a career performance night for Luke McCray, to say the least.
Yeah, no question. He put up 15 points, and he was out. He played a lot of minutes tonight, almost 29 minutes. So, yeah, he had a great game tonight. So, yeah, he's our County Road Brewing Player of the Game.
Finishing 15 points, 1 rebound, 1 assist. Not too shabby for Luke McCray. Again, congrats being named County Road Brewing Player of the Game. So, final moments here. Again, we'll be back here 9 o'clock tomorrow morning. We'll have the boys' game for you. Intermission in between. You and I will get to enjoy that Atchison-Leavenworth game. That should be a lot of fun to follow along with. And then back at it at noon with the girls' game. And then it will either be another hiatus where we'll be back at 4:30 or will we be back at 7:30. We'll just have to wait and see if the Lady Chieftains, will be playing in the championship or the 3rd place game after their game against Olathe East. Any final thoughts before we close the books on tonight?
No, the thing is about the girls, even though they didn't play their best game, but they still were able to come out with a 9-point victory. If they can get a few things turned around, I think they can make a run to the championship.
Yeah, no doubt about it. It's been a long time since we've been able to say the Lady Chieftains have competed in the championship game of their own tournament. It's been a long time, a decade plus to say the least. I think you might have to go back to the team in like the 05, 06 range. They really great teams then. Maybe they were the ones to do it. But that's going to do it for us here tonight. We will see you guys here in less than really quick turnaround for you and I.
Yeah.
About 12 hours or so, a little over 12 hours from now.
Just about 12
I mean,
hours.
probably 8:50 a.m. is when we're going to go live with the SS Bonnie pregame show. So call it exactly 12 hours from now. We will see you guys here on your home of the Chieftains, Tonganoxie Sports Live, alongside Dennis Drennan and everybody else here at Tongi High School and Tongi Sports Live. I'm Dylan Funk. So long. We'll see you in 12 hours.
From the gridiron to the hardcourt, the pitch to the mat, don't miss any of the action. We're there with live, local sports coverage at VarsitySportsLive.com.